I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
What is up, YouTube? We're back. Episode 12. I'm Blizza.
Big
That's
Red. Live on the Twitch, live on the tubes, coming to you soon on the Gabs. Get ready.
Not yet banned.
Not yet banned from Twitter, but sure as fuck working on it.
Well, I'm banned from Twitter.
Not yet banned from your streaming services, just quite yet. But boy, are they making it easy and easier to be.
Everybody, if you're new, if you haven't been here before, this is the Chords V Plugs podcast. Two regular schmoes talking jive about whatever the fuck we want. That's about it. A lot of shit going on in the last couple of days. Last time we were on was Friday. Missed yesterday. I was under the weather, but we'll be back tomorrow, regular time, I believe.
Yeah, you know we'd be here tomorrow for the inauguration under threat of gunfire. All these troops, 30,000.
I was Blizzo once.
And then 30,000 troops with the threat to use lethal force, and then they have to vet them for loyalty to the fucking government. And this still doesn't sound like any isms to any people yet.
I said that the National Guard that's in Washington, D.C. has now been vetted more than the man that they're inaugurating tomorrow.
Yeah, and they actually kicked 12 boys out this morning.
Yeah, for militia ties.
Well, the list is pretty vague. I know the NRA is one of the fucking groups that they're using to kick people out if they have any ties to the fucking NRA.
How are you? Are you serious? The NRA?
Yeah, it's actually on my. I'll go down to the tweet or the Gab right now.
I guess Biden meant that shit when he said he was declaring war on the NRA.
Yeah, right here. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Are you an anti-government extremist? Go ahead.
I was just going to read it out for you.
Are you, though? Are you an anti-government extremist?
I think everybody that doesn't agree with the government 100% is an anti-government extremist.
Have you ever disagreed with your masters?
If you haven't disagreed with your master, you've never read a history book. What's up, Marlboro Man? Marlboro Man says, sup, I'm stuck at work, just saw him streaming. Yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping through.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
We've been playing some Warzone with Marlboro Man and Kraylin lately.
That's what we were talking about in our little pre-show chat, how the non-COVID deaths around the country are fucking skyrocketing.
Yeah, the deaths, all the death numbers I've seen so far from 2020 that are non-COVID related are astronomically more than they were the year before.
And that's just the people that did die. Like, how many of them were just shootings and attempted fucking murders and fucking just crime, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly. Those are just deaths. That's not head injuries. That's not,
If you, anybody out there busting their ass for Dollar General or Aldi, you can go get your COVID vaccine for fucking $40. They will pay you $40 to rewrite your DNA.
But you have to get it in in-store credit. King Dirk says Easter Island head. I'm not sure what that means in emoji. I'll go with it though. Cool. Is that a statue in my honor? Appreciate you guys coming through the stream, man.
Yeah, shout out to Globeki Tepe.
Right. Talking about history.
I love old rocks and monuments. Love it. Love that shit. So this was the big story yesterday. We had our second part of Exposed Twitter, where this woman probably gonna butcher the fuck out of her name, Vijaya Gade, is just, you know, furthering their fucking narrative of how they're gonna fucking install this new communist way of fucking thinking and these communist forms of control over your minds and the information that you can take in. But an interesting thing that I found on this lady, this bitch, was she was on Joe Rogan. I didn't see exactly the date of when she was on Joe Rogan.
Tim Pool was on with Jack Dorsey and Vijay.
And she makes the statement
the whole time.
Well, she ended up making this statement on Rogan that that light is the best disinfectant.
Exactly. Everything they said on that entire Joe Rogan podcast, it was like 2 years ago. And that's when Jack Dorsey first said that anybody that gets banned off of Twitter should have a road to redemption, meaning they can get their account back if they go through, you know, a series of steps, whatever.
Re-education?
Yeah, basically programming. You're going to have to delete that, and then you're going to have to say you're sorry, and then you're going to have to put your pronouns in your bio.
And then you're going to have to suck my dick.
Team America. If y'all don't get that reference, other side of the wall for you. Marlboro Man, he said smoke breaks over later on. Appreciate you stopping in, Marlboro Man.
Yep. So this was a big story that popped off, that if you guys were watching our insurrection episode, or if you want to go back and watch what we streamed during the insurrection, we had some posts on Twitter that we actually came across.
Now you bring it up. This is probably a good time to bring up that YouTube actually deleted my insurrection stream.
Okay.
Apparently, somebody tried to copyright strike it twice and failed getting the copyright strike, and then after that, YouTube just decided to take it off for no reason, no explanation.
If you jump over to my YouTube page, which I use as an archive for all my Twitch, for all my Twitch videos, you could see the insurrection video on YouTube at Big Red 773. But while this was happening, we saw some Twitter posts that came out, which have also since been deleted, of Nancy Pelosi's office being stormed. And immediately, Blizz and I were like, man, I hope somebody's putting that tower in the fucking book bag. I hope, you know, if anything is being done in there, one, I hope it's the right people. It's not fucking, you know, foreign agents seeking opportunity to fucking. But I was like, man,
not QAnon shaman finding the right paperwork at the wrong time.
Yeah. And it's just, I was, you know, we were asking the questions all day. What's missing? How, you know, something has to be missing out of this bitch's office. Something has to be out there. And finally, weeks and weeks later, this woman was tipped off the FBI by an ex-lover, a scorned lover. Just it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just like these kids turning in their fucking parents.
For sure, they got to make that shit normal. Turn in your parents, turn in your neighbors, turn in your family members. Everybody needs re-education except for you. You need all the rewards.
It's fucking frightening, man. Frightening. The closed-mindedness of some of these people, you know, the lack of worldview, the lack of what's going on today around the world.
See, I don't know if I'm just wired different, but my go-to, my gut reaction to anybody telling me what to do is like, especially the government, it's just go fuck yourself. That's what I go with. That's my instinct, and I work down from there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought that was what American meant.
So, right here is a heavy piece of information. Came out, I believe, also yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. DNI actually released the report that's mandated by the executive order that everybody's been talking about for the last couple of weeks. That's it, and it just came out yesterday.
Absolutely no coverage by the mainstream media, just like the protests around the world all week. Protests in France, protests in Germany, in Spain, in Italy, New York, Portland, Jerusalem, Old Paris. I mean, even I believe it was Italy that did the COVID protest. They fucking protested the COVID lockdowns. And you know what happened yesterday?
What's that?
Outdoor dining, packed everywhere. Everything's fucking open.
Yeah, I saw Lord Lightfood changed your stance on people being able to eat outside and inside.
Mhm.
Apparently, COVID doesn't attack you when you're eating anymore at restaurants.
Yeah. Well, she can't do outdoor dining. It's gonna be 20 fucking below zero out here for the next 3 fucking months.
Well, that's gonna be your excuse. You guys could just eat outdoors, you know.
Yeah, like the
Build-
dogs.
Hey, you know, build your own weather. Cryptic Ninja says, "I'm done with Warzone until they get rid of Black Ops BS guns."
Well, come on over to Black Ops. Just make the jump.
Make the jump. Ninja
I'm
said,
fucking-
"Even though I own DMR scrubs with my sniper." Dirk says, "You hear about the statue Trump is putting up of Kobe? I think he's trying to get on people's good side now." Yeah, what is it? I thought it was supposed to be a park of American heroes, and wasn't Kobe from Spain or some shit like that? I think he's from Italy, wasn't he? Wasn't he born in Italy?
And an adulterer and a rapist. A rapist.
Maybe it was because he immigrated through the correct channels, became a dual citizen the right way. That's
Next
hero-esque these days, I guess.
Next statue, Ben Roethlisberger.
Next statue. Let's see. What other mainstream personality immigrated to America?
Where the fuck is Fauci from?
Fauci's getting this whole building, dude. A whole hospital in DC is going to be named after Fauci soon. Ninja says FBI is looking for a female that stole a laptop and was trying to sell it to Russia. Yeah, that's where Red was going with that story. We might have just been too high and talked over it, but they caught that lady today. They arrested her.
Oh, they did catch her. Yeah, here's them looking for her right here. If you're checking out the screen.
Yeah, they arrested her. She's got 2 different serious felonies. She's facing 10.5 years.
But where was the laptop?
Last I heard was that she destroyed it when her boyfriend, her ex-lover, jilted lover, turned her in like a fucking cunt.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, that's the word on the street. That's exactly what I would say if I just got turned into the fucking Secret Service.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck left. It's in the bottom of the lake. I was fishing and trying to order some new lures at the same time. Didn't work.
This whole thing is so fucking sketch. And so sus.
Everything is sus, dude. Everything is now. Because all the old folk in Italy already died. Yeah, they ran through the old folk in Italy pretty quick.
Yeah, now you can get fucking houses and chateaus over there for $1.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's
It's
probably what's next.
The
But that
COVID
was the whole
Renaissance.
thing. That in Italy is when it first broke out real bad, and that's when they were using the ventilators like on everybody, and that was
Mhm.
actually killing people. Like putting people on ventilators the way they were pumping too much pressure into their lungs, and it was killing people. So, you know what I mean?
Everybody take a look at our big obelisk, our big monument to fertility on CNN right now. So this dropped yesterday, which was interesting. It was a video on Good Morning America. The DC National Guard chief, he gave a little speech on what's going on and what they're doing in DC, and it sounds like he said the National Guard is helping with peaceful transition, either to power, or it's really hard to figure out. But I thought he said
military power as well.
No, to military power. Exactly.
Yeah.
Transitioning to military power. And then we find out today that the Pentagon announces that there will be 6,200 troops in Washington, D.C. residually from now on. That this is now the new normal.
And the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, weekend warriors.
So until
these
everybody
guys are,
out there stops being anti-government extremists,
or everybody stands up and says that we're all anti-government extremists.
no, dude, there's way too many cheerleaders right now. It's gonna take at least 6 months for people to realize how communist a communist is. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I told you the blue pill right now.
Yeah, but
Everybody's
so
like, oh, I told you the blue pill would be so good. All you had to do was take it and
Shit.
believe.
I think all it's gonna take is the next George Floyd.
I don't know.
And it won't be long.
You talked me into that shit when it was all going on. You were like, man, cops just got to stop killing some people right now. And I didn't think that was the case. But right now, of all times, we do not need a police shooting on video. Not that we ever do need one. You know,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. But right now is the most inopportune time because people are boiling.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be an eye-opener to seeing how this new regime is going to work. Then groups demand from Biden. Biden says, fuck off,
Yeah, Biden's going to tell Black Lives Matter and Antifa to fuck off within a week, I'd say. Like, First things first, hammer's coming down. That's what I said. We were watching a stream that me and Big Red have been watching the last couple of days. And I said that BLM and Antifa just became allies. They just don't know it yet. But that's only half true because people on my side don't know it yet either.
Everybody's so headstrong, so fucking ruled by their ego that they couldn't possibly contemplate the enemy of the enemy as my friend.
I'm not a doomer, though. It's not over till fucking tomorrow when he has his hand on that fucking Necronomicon or whatever the fuck vampires pray to or raise their hand to when they get inaugurated. Fucking.
It's going to be a copy of this month's, what the fuck is it? AARP fucking magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said ASPCA. Same old people loved both.
I firmly believe that Dr. Jill Biden has her arm straight up his ass and she's just walking around with him as a puppet.
I don't know. I don't think it's Dr. Jill Biden.
No.
there's definitely a hand up his ass, but I don't think it's Dr. Jill Biden.
But she like carries him to the stage and like puts him on his mark.
Oh yeah.
And then as soon as he's done, before anybody could ask a question, she rushes up on stage, grabs his hand, starts waving, starts pulling him off the stage. He's like, but they're asking me questions. I think I could answer that one.
I know that one. Jill, wait, stop. I don't want any more goddamn peas.
I'm the goddamn president.
Yeah, I sat under that black man for 8 years for this shit. It's my turn.
Nothing says let's end white supremacy by fucking Joey No Votes getting fucking, an older, whiter.
Speaking of that, hold on. Let me go further back because I think I had something good. Here it is. Can anybody identify these two gay old men? Can anybody?
Yeah, I could identify the couple in the background too.
Make sure. Can anybody at all?
They do look really happy. That's an apt description.
Yeah, you can't be an American here without committing some kind of adultery, and you cannot get to the White House without being bought and paid for. I think a lot of people might have found that out today, or are refusing to accept that fact today.
And then just says, "Don't diss Evil Dead like that," because I said the Necronomicon.
Yeah. Love the Evil Dead.
Oh yeah. He says we'd be better off with some Evil Dead shit. Yo, she bitch. Right? Fucking boomstick that ass. No, that's how I got banned off Twitter. This is satire. Literally, that's almost exactly how I got kicked off of Twitter. He's gonna sit
So-
with his legs in the pool so the little black kids can rub his leg hair. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
So
Tell me you guys have all listened to that whole speech, not just like the little Corn Pop part, but where he's like, yeah, Corn Pop, he's a bad dude. And that was back in the day when everybody had a straight razor and you'd leave it out in the rain and let it get rusty. And then I had a problem with Corn Pop and the janitor at the swimming pool. I was down there and he was telling me, and he said, you better take that chain right there and wrap it around his head. And he was like, and then I went and met Corn Pop and I said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you that. And he said, all right, well, if you mean it. Like, what?
and then I said freedom.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Corn Pop was a real dude too. Like someone looked him up and found him, and he just died like 5 years ago. And I guess he was like a gangster back in the day, which is like which I highly doubt Joe Biden ever told that story before Corn Pop died, because Corn Pop would have been like, you're a lying motherfucking honky.
Yeah, and while they're rubbing his leg hair, Joe Biden's gonna bend over and sniff their afros.
Jesus Christ, cop and feel 2020.
Joe Biden loves the smell of cocoa butter in the morning. That's something he learned from his time in the house with the Obamas.
Joe Biden loves the smell of victimization.
He would always rush to shake Obama's hands right after right after they're freshly lotioned.
Dirk says we all should have voted Kanye when we had the chance. That would have been the like, what if you already bought your plane ticket to move.
And then we could have the first gay black president.
Fuck these guys. I'm going to Aruba.
Jeffree Star is the first man of America.
Right? Kanye's gonna be broke again.
Ugh.
Left
So,
my fucking ass off and his old butt buddy.
Just want to plug this just because we are the plugged. If anybody's wondering who's been pushing to to keep these troops and to have these fucking troops in the fucking in DC, be this man right here, William Walker, head of the DC Guard, does not want to be dismissed when Biden takes over the fucking White House. So he's doing everything in his power to fucking appease his fucking new master.
That makes sense. That makes sense. He's
And
doing
there's-
show of
yeah.
force. He said, just get them all out here. I need as many meat shields as you could provide in between me and the angry mob.
Oh, and there's more, which I'm going to get to in a second. Acting CIA
director retired? Did she really?
Yes, she did this morning.
Today, of all days?
This
She
morning.
could have done this shit like fucking 3 months ago.
This morning.
Wow.
Then we got the dozen National Guards. Then the Pentagon announcing that there will be 6,200 residual troops. Then Trump's farewell.
Did you see that Pelosi tried to stop a, I believe it was a NSA appointee yesterday, I believe. I think Trump tried to slide somebody into the NSA right before he's leaving, and Pelosi was trying to stop it.
Yeah.
But once again, it's directly up to the discretion of the president. It's like her interfering with constitutional duties.
Yep. Zero fucks.
Zero fucks. Like, at what point does it become like fucking?
Well, it would be if the president, if the sitting and acting president was fucking, he gave a fuck and wasn't just going along for the ride.
Yeah.
Donald Trump advanced the globalist agenda far faster and far greater than Hillary ever could have. She would have been fought. She didn't have that much support in her own fucking party. But anything that's anti-Trump is fucking wonderful. It was far more genius than I fucking thought. I mean, I
think
knew
they
that.
just backed him into a corner, because that's what's going on with the pardons right now. Is they're trying to negotiate his pardon list for them prosecuting him after he leaves.
Mhm.
They really don't want Snowden and Assange fucking pardoned.
Snowden and Assange is never going to be pardoned. Snowden maybe, but not Assange.
But
Assange is staying under the thumb. He will
That's the
never
word
be.
right now. Is that's what they're negotiating, is how they're going to treat Trump after he leaves. And if that does happen and he doesn't pardon anybody and he doesn't drop like a phone book size fucking file on someone's desk right now,
he's gonna pardon anybody that can be called in to testify against him. That would be about the extent of it. DC Mayor Bowser requested crew-served machine guns to be included in the National Guard's arsenal to protect the Capitol.
Didn't she call for National Guard?
She called for machine guns, crew-served machine guns, giant fucking human killers, fucking building destroyers, shoot down fucking aircrafts and shit. Because again, the Proud Boys got fucking tanks and shit. Like, she wanted like a complete show of force. Like, this is, everybody called Trump a fascist for wanting his military parade. But now,
didn't she fucking make them walk around with guns without mags in them?
Who? The soldiers are walking around with guns without mags in them?
Yeah, the National Guard are. They had foot patrols today where they were unarmed and they were foot patrol in DC. It's like complete military control right now.
Mm-hmm.
How come nobody else is asking these fucking questions, dude? Why are there 25,000 troops in our fucking country's capital right now?
Why do they need fucking machine
isn't
guns?
Doing that? Like, isn't that for what's going on right now? Shouldn't that be their number one concern?
Mm-hmm. You'd think so, but the number one concern is to
especially
destroy...
because there's no substantiated threats. All these state capitals, they've actually called in and like fucking freedom of information them and made them answer. There are no substantiated threats. There might be at the fucking in DC, not for 25,000 fucking.
Not even that though. The fucking they came out.
Need that to take like the entire Middle East.
They came out and said that there were no inside threats. They found some guys that probably posted some dumb shit when they were kids once upon a time, but there were no inside threats.
They're saying like chat rooms in QAnon chat rooms. They're talking about taking over. Dude, there is no such thing as a QAnon chat room, guys.
Well,
there's Q who posts things, and then Anons are the dumb shits who fucking turn what he posts into whatever the fuck they want. So any chat room can be a QAnon chat room.
Yeah, but there's also people in chat rooms saying that they're fucking furries and dressing up like babies and having diapers. I was in chat room earlier
where the guy said he was God, and he believed it. I think AOC was there. I think fucking Reagan was one of the avatars. I mean, come on.
But I mean, if you are on the left, they have to take all that shit seriously, because if you say you're AOC, even if it is identity crisis or identity theft, you're AOC.
Speaking of, did you see that Biden said yesterday in a speech that prisons should respect what you say you sexually identify as?
Yeah.
So
like prisons are going to be fucking whorehouses. We're going to start having so many people born in fucking prison. Dude.
There's going to be so many fucking beta fucking what are they, incels? So many beta incels that are going to be living the dream fucking, in prison for robbing some old lady and living with 48 women.
Yep.
For a beta incel?
I mean, basically, the plan would be to get in early before all the other dudes get in there, so at least you have a little bit of time where it's not so bad.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, he wants the list of things that he wants to fucking do is crazy. And Kamala, she's got even more wilder shit, man.
Cryptic Ninja says Kanye's a gay fish.
Yeah, and many other things.
many other things.
Oh, that wasn't Chubbs. That's my dog.
Hey, man, I've been saying people need to learn Icelandic and move there. It's the ideal place to live. Well,
I'm going somewhere warm.
Yeah, fuck that. Had me over here thinking we were going to buy Greenland soon and shit.
But speaking of crazy ass fucking Biden shit, I checked out CNN's fluff piece on fucking Kamala on Saturday night. And I discovered that she was trying to do a lynching bill where if you give a black person a bruise, it is considered lynching.
Yeah, her and I think it was Cory Booker.
I mean, if we ever go back to work, we're gonna have to wrap Wes's ass up in fucking bubble wrap.
Right. You're coming with me all the time.
Like,
You're handling everything.
What? Exactly. Yeah. Wes is my shield. Somebody fucking says something to me, I'm just gonna pick him up like a baby and hold him in front of me. They outlawed body armor. Just wrap yourself up with some black folks. You're safe.
Yep. Done. How about
It's
that?
so funny.
New York
Like,
outlawing body armor. That's crazy.
Back in the day, like the Civil War, they would complain that they put the black troops in the front to eat the bullets. Well, now they can't shoot you. So it sounds like a winning strategy now. It was just foresight.
Yep.
But some of the other shit on that Kamala thing that fucking irked me was there was sort of like another freedom incident where they had her sister on there talking about her sister. They were using the word partner repeatedly. Her husband was using the word partner, and her sister even went along, or like a friend of her mother, one of the two went along with saying that her mother always told her that she should find a partner that made her happy. And immediately I'm like, her fucking mom didn't say that. This old black lady wasn't saying fucking partner. And then they go on to show fucking pictures or videos of Kamala from like 2-3 years ago, and this bitch is saying husband. Like, hello, motherfuckers. Like, y'all are so fake and so phony. And how the fucking people for a second think that these people are fucking genuine, All they're doing is getting shit over on you.
No, Kamala Harris is carefully crafted.
Yeah.
And she can't even pull it. The laugh, that fake ass laugh.
That Kawhi Leonard laugh?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
But I mean, I wanted to bring this shit up too, man.
Ninja says he wants Trump to drop Tesla's files.
Yeah, Trump ain't dropping shit. Keep fucking dreaming.
Like, please drop the charges.
Trump ain't dropping shit, but so that he don't end up having to drop the soap. You feel me?
He's like, all right, what do you guys need to leave me alone?
We just need you to be the scapegoat for the white fucking Holocaust and go away.
We're gonna need you to move to Key West and stay there.
Or it honestly would be best for everybody if you just went to Russia.
He's going to buy Parler. Bet.
That'd be dumb.
Yep. But it's a Trump move.
It's an idiotic
move. People he
move.
surrounds himself with are fucking imbeciles, it seems like.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Dirk says, I'm going to move to Iceland and open a mead hall and change my name to Bjorn the Legend. It seems like a better alternative than living in this country.
Yeah.
You're not going to do any of that.
You better not hope there's no minerals or anything over there that America might not ever end up needing, because we'll be over there to liberate you soon. Liberate you of all your minerals and
that freedom
goods.
Is going to start spreading again. That's for sure. Syria's getting a little freedom. Taiwan's going to catch some freedom pretty soon.
Yep. North Korea is going to be another threat.
Yeah, it's going to join the free world.
But man,
Pompeo declaring that China has committed genocide against the Uyghurs today. That's pretty big news. Think anybody'd say that on the news?
No, but I don't think anybody's going to say that on the news.
Yeah,
he's been dropping a bunch of shit all week, and nobody's been fucking saying anything about.
Pompeo's a real one, I think. He's a good politician, but he still says what he needs to say if you're listening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
He
the
was
only
the
problem
director of
is
CIA too before he was the director of the Secretary of State. He was director of CIA before he was the director of. Damn it! I did it again. Director of CIA, then Secretary of State. Sorry, I had to get that out. It was like a personal challenge.
yeah, I don't know. They're gonna definitely chastise him and label him as a fucking extremist.
If you want to know who's gonna run fucking 4 years from now, look no further.
Yeah, people. He knows how to talk. That's one of the things that Trump never did, man. You know, there's a way to say things without saying them. There's a way, and he couldn't even do that right. You know,
Trump, he was like a rich guy that acted like a fucking truck driver or a New York City construction worker because that's what he always wanted to be, but he was really a silver spoon fucking rich New Yorker. You know what I mean? He could never be, but he always wanted to be. I thought his...
That's the same illusion that all politicians try to fucking pull on us, though.
Yeah, for sure. Damn sure. I thought, man, I thought he was gonna come out with a little more fight, not go down gracefully. Not that he went down gracefully, but you know what I mean? I thought he was gonna fucking throw a couple parting punches.
He wants to go back to that billionaire lifestyle with all the new deals and benefits that he's, set up for himself while in office for 4 years. He's profited immensely, and now it's time to go collect.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Because if they decide to not press charges now, that doesn't mean anything about what he does from after he leaves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ninja's having a good time laughing his ass off over there.
That's what we're here for. Ninja, you got to go check out my fucking YouTube channel and check out that little clip that we did from our last podcast.
Yeah,
it's
Ninja.
Fucking gold.
He made
we were falling on the floor, man. I was rolling on the floor laughing so fucking hard.
It's only like a 2-minute clip or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half.
Yeah, go to Big Red's YouTube channel after whenever.
Or just do another tab. Just create another tab real quick. It's fucking hilarious. Go back and if it is funny, go back and watch the whole thing because there's a little bit more shit on there that we couldn't.
Actually, I'll just play it right now if you want.
Yeah, fuck it.
It was funny. We were having a good time. Mr. W was over. Pull this shit up real quick. Pull it up, Jamie.
Or we would have hurdled those fucking barricades, jumped over. We would have hurdled those barricades, jumped clean over those security. I didn't share
sound.
No, I heard it.
Did you? I couldn't hear shit. And then
I heard it.
God damn it. Well, you heard the beginning of it. Started off good. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull this shit up. Oh, I know why. I didn't turn my speakers on for my laptop.
But yeah,
for everybody but me.
Another thing that we've talked about on here before, man, that turned out to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, almost at least, was Washington D.T.
Yeah, Washington D.T.
Biden actually, and one of your buddies was so up in arms and upset about the thought of it, and then his president turned around and actually fucking did it.
Yeah, took that shit over.
Isn't that something?
He said nothing he does will be outshined by my need to show that I am the man.
Yeah. I am the president. Disagree and I will shoot you. Or I won't do it. I'll have somebody else do it.
All right, here we go.
Been up those walls in 2 fucking steps.
All wearing Jordan.
Yeah.
You gotta let me know when it's over.
Ankles left and right.
All wearing the pregame tearaways.
Hey, no officers dead. 115 broken ankles.
Dramatic spike in fucking police officers registering gym memberships.
You two motherfuckers, man. No one did, just broken ankle. You see a whole That is a skit. That is a skit.
The entire Capitol Police Force holding either one or both ankles.
Yeah, that shit was good. So we're talking about a quote that slave owner LeBron James made, that what if his people stormed the Capitol? So we just checked out that thought a little bit, as well as went into how he's a slave owner and how in sweatshops in China where they just, sew his name for 24 hours a day, they have no idea if he's a real person or not. LeBron James is a myth. He's a means of control.
Right? They think he's God. They just have to keep writing his name.
Yep.
That's how their people survive, is by trading goods that bear the name of LeBron.
Yeah, kids over there learn the alphabet by sewing LeBron James on things. King James.
I said during Trump's speech today, there were 10 LeBron jerseys and 4 pairs of Nikes made. Slave labor. Dirk says, screw it, let's make our own country, Kanye land. Oh, I've never liked Kanye that much.
We've talked about recolonizing a few times.
Yeah, I'm totally down with colonization in retrospect. Ninja, he donated his presidential salary, though.
Yeah, sure he did.
Right. Said 100 grand. That's just so we could write off 100 grand on the other end.
There you go. Donated, exactly. Yep. All donations are tax write-offs.
501c3, that ass. Ninja said he's driving. Don't laugh too hard, buddy.
I thought you were gonna bust out the Mike Jones phone number for a second.
No.
Peace. Appreciate you, Dirk. Come on back.
Dirk, appreciate you coming through, buddy. And just having a good time, and then he's leaving. All right, we're caught up on the chat. I just watched that Biden speech. He had no idea where the fuck he was, and then it was a moment of silence, so he could do that just fine. Does the White House have a basement? Like a regular basement? Biden can hide in?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
Over under on days before Biden takes questions from the media.
Whose media?
Any media. Open press pool.
Yeah, they have press secretaries for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not soon.
First year.
It's gonna be prepared.
State of the Union.
Yeah. And that still ain't gonna take questions. It's going to be my prepared statement. I will take questions from you 3 people, questions that we've already agreed upon ahead of time. And that's it. If you ask any questions that I do not approve of, I'm leaving.
They're just going to interview Jill Biden and Kamala Harris's husband.
It's going to be a script. It's going to be a fucking performance. It's absolutely going to be a fucking performance.
I'm not giving up hope until tomorrow when, like I said, when he puts his hand on that book.
I've never given up hope, but...
Are they even doing it tomorrow, or is it a Zoom meeting? Are we come live via satellite
it's
from
it's
fucking
so, it's so hard
studios?
to tell. It's so hard to tell. It's like they don't even fucking know. Because it's going to be a Zoom thing, and then they got fucking Garth Brooks is fucking performing, because white people love
like
Garth
they're not
Brooks.
even trying, though.
Like you might as well get Hootie, sign Hootie, and make it a fucking inauguration halftime show.
Yeah, if you think white people weren't offended before, take their Garth Brooks.
One thing that I tweeted out too is the map of the lockdown area of DC.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Was dope. That was
Like,
good
it's
shit. I like that
It's
one.
fucking it's Division 2. It's fucking augmented reality Division 2. What the fuck?
It's exactly what it is. Division 2 was prophetic.
It's fucking crazy.
Virus gets out on money. World goes crazy.
Another piece of information is Apple and Google, or who is it? Somebody's trying to, I think, create a war on podcasts.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that. That's CNN. They legitimately went against streaming services and independent journalists for wrongthink.
You want more? You want war? Okay.
Not just that, but the same
Okay.
CNN has been trying to pressure the FCC into going after OAN, Newsmax, and Fox.
State. It's all the deep state ain't so deep anymore. It's right out and fucking open.
But it's deep. Like when you see it, it's deep. It's everywhere. It's fucking media. It's politics. It's fucking entertainment, Hollywood, fucking Hamilton plays. It's fucking your teachers in your elementary schools. It's fucking everywhere. Like deep state is fucking. It's an apt descriptor for sure. Just like the gay men.
But yeah, I mean, how can anybody deny it? You know. Besides,
I
you
blame it all
know,
on
the
the
obvious.
I'm sticking with what my original idea. It's all the hippies' fault. They were all in the fucking free love and drugs and didn't care about the commies that were sneaking in, giving them drugs.
I take that personally.
But it's all their fault, man. Free love, all the flower children.
But any educated hippie knows that their fucking movement cannot exist in communism. It is a threat to the state,
Right.
even more than it's a threat to this state.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The whole Alinsky model, you know, the what do they call them? The willful idiots,
Mm-hmm.
useful idiots. It's, you know, point them in a direction, call it love, done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hippies are all just like, it's all good, man. You know, just like be cool.
Yeah, but the thing
Commies
is,
are like, yes, comrade, here, take some more LSD. Don't mind the tank.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
what I'm
think
going
it's
with.
it's
That's where
that easy.
McCarthy. McCarthy was probably ahead of his time. Now that we look at it, it was just the commie teachers telling us it was wrong. McCarthy's little black book would do some wonders right now if we actually had a president that cared about commies being in office. He'd be like,
well,
yes, let me see that book. I have nominations to make.
well, all commies are, you know, they matter and they welcome, just like, you know, all 57 ketchup genders.
Mm-hmm. I'm still wondering what the pay gap is between the 57 genders, let alone the two. You know what I mean? Fuck. It's probably a range of like $72.
Obama always said chew soap. I saw, speaking of the pay gaps and shit, I saw something yesterday that Asian women make more than white men. So that's why that's why the left had to go in the woke culture, had to classify Asians as white because their narrative wasn't going to fucking work anymore.
Yeah, dude. Asians make like 37% more than white people do. Asians are like the best class of people.
They are now white.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's not about being white. It's about whiteism. It's like the idea of white.
Somebody tell that to the fucking Indians that are shitting in the street. You're white now.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you're white. Don't do that here.
But I saw it in San Francisco.
They're not white there. Like, what is white? I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me the answer to that.
Ground beef tacos with lettuce and tomato.
Yeah,
It's pretty white.
that's American style. That's what they say at my Mexican joint.
Yuck.
But yeah, like, seriously, what is white? I've heard people say, like, European. And I'm like, well, I mean, it doesn't really work. Spain is in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, like, Anglo-Saxon. Like, pretty sure they haven't existed since fucking 1700 UK. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Nordic? But that would only make like 20% of white people actual white people.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, what is white? Like, somebody has to fucking actually define this shit before we just let them run wild with it. You know what I mean?
The government came out and has determined that whites are extremists and racists. Done.
Exactly. Action words, not just descriptors, but action words.
Gringo style. It's the fucking worst.
It is the worst.
Like, I wish I had fucking figured out how to make real tacos when my grandmother was still upstate, and I could have just once said, "Hey, this is a taco. Trust me." They're not eating this in Mexico. Believe me.
A lot of my family lives down in Tennessee now, and they have absolutely no food down there. There's like little fast food chains, and there's like barbecue.
Yeah, that's it. Barbecue joints.
Yeah,
some of the barbecue down there's decent.
Oh
Diners and barbecue.
Barbecue's good, but there's no food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like up here, we got as many different types of pizzas you want, and as many fucking anything.
Down there, they got fucking bacon on
everywhere.
biscuits for breakfast.
Right? They don't even know what jardiniere is. For real, dude. For jardiniere is a Chicago thing. I never realized that.
Don't be speaking that French shit around here, boy.
I mean, Gardnar. Italian beef in Chicago. That's what most people come to Chicago and say, yeah, where do I get pizza? Like, I don't know. You don't go to any place anybody tells you. You just go to some Italian sounding fucking mom and pop shop in the corner of the fucking block, I hate all the like Lou Malnati's, and
I fuck with Giordano's.
I fuck with Giordano's a little bit. What was it? There used to be Gino's East. Was that what you?
Gino's East was decent. Uno's is decent.
Yeah, but for the most part, you know what I mean? Every different shop you go into is going to have a different fucking pizza.
Yeah.
That's just the way things are up here.
There's this spot.
What I usually tell people is the Italian beef, because people don't realize that you could have beef that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there's this spot on the north side that they do a pizza pot pie, and it's the fucking bomb. It is the bomb.
Actually,
they put it all in the bowl, all the pizza ingredients in a bowl, and then they fucking put the dough on top and bake it. Then they come out and flip that bitch over for you. It's like a fucking pizza bowl. It's
like an actual pizza pie.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Highly recommended. It's like in this little tiny fucking shop that's been there forever. Tiny, smallest fucking place, and you got to fucking wait outside in line forever because the place is always packed. Worth the fucking wait. There's a little liquor store across the street. Grab yourself a little bottle, chill out outside, enjoy the views. And I've been there like 2 or 3 fucking times. As soon as all this bullshit lockdown shit's over, absolutely fucking going. And they sell them frozen too. You could pick them up frozen and cook them at the fucking house.
That's what's up. If they're good frozen, if you can get a good pizza frozen like that from an actual pizzeria, it's hard to do.
It's called Chicago Pizza and Oven Grinder.
Check that shit out.
Definitely check that shit out.
Ninja says only thing he misses about living by Midway is all the food places.
Yep, Anthony's is still the spot.
Anthony's is pretty good, but there's that little Mexican joint that's right by the 7-Eleven on the other side of the tracks. It was fucking fire. What was it?
Yeah.
What was the name of that place, Ninja? Something.
I've always lived
Pollo
on.
Loco? Was it El Pollo Loco?
I've always lived west of Central, so our fucking taco places are always in Summit, either El Faro or fucking El Famous.
Yeah,
El
I've seen a lot
Faro
of
is
shit
my
go
spot.
down over there. I've seen a lot of shit go down over there, actually.
Ditto. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
El Pastor, yeah, that's it. El Pastor by Midway over there. Fire. Ninja said if they have tacos on the menu, don't get pizza there. Never, truer words have never been spoken.
It's like when I walk into a Panda Express and I see nothing but Mexicans in the back, I'm leaving. I need some Asians, man. I need at least one Asian back there overseeing what's going on. When I was at Northern, that was the situation.
You don't know how to make the sauces.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I walked into my Mexican restaurant and I saw a fucking Asian guy back there, it's gonna be the same thing. Like, bro, I'm sure you're great at what you're doing, but I didn't come here for sushi.
I don't even want to know, because if I know, then I won't. I won't. You know. Here, let's check. Let's get an update on Mr. Pompeo. See what he's saying these days.
Hey, Pompey!
Pompeo. I got him in my list, I think. His regular account, because I figured his government one would get canceled. In 26 hours.
Yeah, did you see that that hashtag that was going crazy on Twitter last night? Trump's new army.
Yeah. How dumb is that shit?
What a crock of shit that was, man. What a crock of shit.
Crock of shit. It's just like all of it.
Like fucking exactly what I posted last night on Twitter, man. So you're gonna tell me that this man built up the military for 4 years and decided that he didn't want to use it. And then you're also going to tell me that, you've been telling me all week that the military are full of Trump supporters, so they have to be vetted and we have to make sure that they're loyal. So you're telling me that he's going to attack the soldier Trump supporters with his civilian Trump supporters, even though his soldier Trump supporters are far outmatching his civilian Trump supporters. It's like, what? Make this fucking make sense.
It was like I said the other day, man. It was, the white supremacists broke into the Capitol to get the white supremacist politicians, and then the white supremacist cops stopped them, and then the white supremacist FBI
that's
was
not true.
They
made sure to tell everybody that the only hero cop was that black man that stopped them from going up the stairs.
Yeah, he was a G, though. I'll give him credit. He was a G.
But then when you look at the videos on the inside, everybody's just walking around peacefully. Hello, please, thank you. Do you need any help? No, thank you. I'm fine.
What do I got to do to get you guys to just get out of here?
Besides the fact, too, that fucking woke shaman had a camera crew behind him the entire fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the most sacredest spot, so...
What's that? Or when was that? Was that some yesterday's shit? New York, yeah, okay. I thought maybe that was some shit popping now.
National security powers to not be expanded in light of the attack. I'm gonna have to read this whole thing, but this tweet sounds like the smartest thing she's ever said in her entire life. I doubt that that's what these papers right here say, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to extend the Patriot Act for 35 more years, but you're not going to be able to use gasoline-powered drones anymore.
Well, what's
Fucking
that? What's
idiot
what's
never
what's that
realized
old?
we had gasoline-powered drones. What were you saying?
Alexa, play Lithium. Don't let a grain go by. Lithium.
Do you realize that all these nominees are all like undersecretaries and assistants? Wait until like fucking next week when the directors and the actual cabinet members get announced, and it's like Hillary, Barack Obama.
Oh, he's already announced. What? One dude is the dude that was fucking the Chinese spy.
Swalwell.
A couple of them have been fucking very fucking questionable picks.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Every single one of them has been super questionable so far, and those are just the assistants. Wait until the people that he puts in charge of them get fucking nominated. I'm telling you, bro, he's gonna nominate Hillary Clinton and one of the Obamas. I could almost guarantee it, to a cabinet position.
Michelle Obama is going to be put in charge of school lunches again. Gonna starve the fuck out of our kids again.
White House liaison 18 minutes ago. This is the most comprehensive vetting of service members since Japanese Americans after Pearl Harbor.
That's great. Doesn't that sound amazing?
Oh,
and that's exactly
nice shiny day, brand new day.
It's exactly one of the examples that I myself used when when I was making the argument that America has never really been great per se, for everyone at all times. And now that argument, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy how things have flipped and become backwards. Now that the way that we, now people understand the way that we treated people, but are still complaining and protesting about it.
No, they're cheerleading it.
I know, but also crying about it from that had happened a couple hundred years ago. But doing it now,
actually crying about that. They're crying.
Well, about what happened to themselves. Nobody is crying about what happened to the Asians, because that happened how many years ago, and now they're making more money than everybody.
And now they're not even crying about anything in particular.
Don't talk about that.
No one wants to face that ugly truth. That
they're definitely crying about shit in particular. I was watching some of the fucking MLK protests yesterday.
Cry. Like, there's no reason. They won everything.
Everything the Portland state legislature is pushing bills to start paying reparations to not even like victims of slavery, to Black people and Native Americans.
Can you identify as Black?
I'm gonna try.
Like, how many is Elizabeth Warren levels of Blackness enough? What was it? 2024th? Because I'm pretty sure we'd all get a little chunk of that cheddar. Let's see this. In his opening remarks for his confirmation hearing, George Lloyd Austin, retired President-elect Biden's nominee to be DOD secretary, pledged to fight hard to rid our ranks of racists and extremists. That's the Department of the Defense Secretary nominee. What a way to start a fucking unification drive.
Yeah. Nobody's talking about unification anymore. Not that they ever really were. Besides me. But what do I know? I'm an idiot, according to some. I've only been right for quite some time. Did anybody catch
the what was it called? The COVID-19 memorial? They killed COVID tonight?
It's over.
They had a memorial for COVID. It's done. Bright new shiny day. No more COVID. Just National Guard out front, outside of your house.
You want to do a screen share? I got a couple protests fucking going. Just have something to fucking watch. Gonna look at DC.
Ninja says, I don't remember, but I do remember walking through the alley from getting tacos with the red camo pants and the Hawks jersey, and the cop stopped me and asked if I was breaking into garages. Yeah, and they had these warm tacos in that garage back there. Fucking idiot. I'm telling you, man, sometimes they're just not our best. Ninja said, I seen Clayton Bigsby there. I don't know where we were talking about him. I'm probably late on that. Yeah, I'm a whole 6 minutes late on that comment.
Oh, Clayton. That was it was literally one of the best skits in the fucking world. And like I was fucking given up by my mom, and around the time, I spent a lot of years in orphanages and shit like that, and nobody wants to adopt kids that were my age when I was in there. So after a while, I realized that my only option to ever get out of this place was to go back with my mom. So I started trying to fucking mend the fences a little bit, going back on visits. And this was right around when Chappelle's show was on. I hated this woman. Still don't like this bitch, but I've moved on with my life and I've learned to fucking forgive and pity her. But while this shit came on, specifically this episode, both sitting together in tears, crying. And we need more of that shit, man. The Chappelle Show brought America together like pretty much nothing else has anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The first season was fucking gold.
And we just don't have the fucking, any real, I don't even know, if philosophers are the fucking word, but
even Chappelle though, dude, when he was on Saturday Night Live the last time, I was really disappointed. Just in where he's going with his act nowadays. It's like not about funny, it's about fucking deeper life lessons from 300 years ago,
He's trying to become Paul Mooney.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And Paul Mooney's good for a good one-liner, like when he's responding to somebody.
Yeah, but he's not. Paul Mooney's he's not
a piece of shit.
He's not really that funny. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm freshening up the fire.
Yeah, I was looking at the way that they have this Washington, D.C. set up with all these fucking little flags. I thought they were flowers, and then they have the lights straight, shooting up. And if you're on the ground looking up in the air, it looks sort of like the fucking 9/11 memorial. I'm like, man, if that doesn't say landing zone, like what the fuck's really going on tomorrow? I think that's more likely than any of the Trump shit. Our new fucking overlords or our old overlords are going to fucking land. More likely than any of the fucking Q shit at this point.
Q is for Queen. I'd rather have a real target than a fake target outside my house. What do you mean? I don't get it. I'd rather have a real target than a fake target outside my house.
Probably don't want any targets around my house. Don't shoot around my house.
Yeah.
How close to the house?
As long we talk about your house, Q. We ain't talking about my house. We're talking about your house.
Whose house is this? Nice house.
Like this house. Let's see. Yeah, there's another thing I was thinking about yesterday too was with all these pictures of all these troops that are just sleeping all over the fucking Capitol everywhere, all this sacred place that they were so worried about rioting in, whatever, 2 weeks ago. And now there's just soldiers sleeping everywhere. And why are those soldiers just sleeping everywhere in the Capitol? Because there's supposedly some sort of threat on the Capitol, right?
Yeah.
So
So
if
they're all just sleeping in one place, ready to be
exactly,
fucking blown up all at once.
exactly. If something was to happen, if there was a threat on the Capitol and the government buildings, why in the fuck would you just load sleeping army or sleeping National Guard men into those buildings? First, it shows that maybe it's not as sacred as you said it was 2 weeks ago. And second, you just put how many? 25,000 fucking troops in harm's way, because that's what you're saying is that, you know, the Capitol itself is in harm's way, or else they wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I was just thinking it to myself. It's just like contradiction after contradiction. Nothing is about a threat. It's all about a show of force. It's all it is. It's Biden saying, I don't even know because Bowser had to
It's
call it in.
absolutely a show of force.
then
It's
the
absolutely a show of force. Do as I fucking say, or
Yeah, I get that, but
you'll
I'm
get the
saying
gun.
that in DC in particular, Bowser had to call in the National Guard, and then the Department of Defense had to okay it, and Trump had to okay it. You know what I mean? Even if Biden did demand it, this is what Biden wants it for his whatever. Like it still had to go through that chain of command, I think, right? Or just because it's on federal land that they don't have to wait for Bowser to call. Like I'm not exactly sure how it all works.
For the actual
got you.
capital area of DC, they didn't need Bowser for that. Bowser needed to fucking approve the residential and business areas, you know, the not
Right.
capital parts of DC.
Right, because that would all be DC police, and then the actual federal property would all be Capitol Police.
Yeah.
So the Capitol Police would have been the ones to call in the National Guard for the Capitol grounds, but Bowser would have had to okay it for everywhere else.
Yeah.
Got it.
The thing that
military versus virus.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to your other one. I'd rather have a real target than a fake target outside my house.
I see. Yeah. Very, very fucking. I get your point now. I do get your point now. There is a real fucking threat outside now. But yeah. I won't be casting the first stone. I don't think we're at the point yet of making moves. I think that there's a lot of other fucking obstacles or a lot of other avenues to explore first.
I think come tomorrow, a lot more people are going to start realizing that it's nothing but threats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is a threat right now.
Yeah.
Everything that is, that makes up who we are is a fucking culture at this point.
Half the population is under a spell right now, and it's for everybody's best interest for us to wake up, a good portion of them. And I don't see it taking very long before somebody has something to fucking cry and complain about. It ain't the people have not, the last need to march on Washington hasn't happened yet. There's going to be another fucking atrocity, especially with this outrage culture that's addicted to being upset about something. It's not going to take very fucking long.
Yeah, not long at all. I mean, they're showing it. He hasn't even taken power yet, and it's nothing but foreshowing.
But when that day comes
next week, when it's all his, when there's absolutely no fucking, no reins on that fucking chariot, it's just running toward the cliff.
The next instance where there is a chance for everybody to fucking come together, I think that needs to be fucking sought and taken advantage of. Instead of being petty, pointing the fingers, I think the next chance there is for everybody to say, we've all been called anti-government fucking extremists. So let's stop fucking around with each other and fucking, do what the fuck needs to be done. But I think doing anything fucking now, you're just going to the fucking gulag.
Yeah. Q is for Queen. What did you say? In the deep on the other stream about the name calling. Without fat lady head have not singeth. Not yet.
No, absolutely not. As long as people breathe, there's fucking hope. I mean, communism, what we're doing and where we're going isn't new. and people have woken up from it before and fought it off before. There's always hope. You got to stay positive, man.
Stay positive no matter what. I'm going to sit here and doom just because I'm in a doom mood today. But you could ask anybody that the last 3 months leading up to today, there was nothing but hope on my end. And I'm sure in about a half hour, I'm going to see something and it's going to reignite my hope until whatever, 26 hours from now, like fucking Pompeo just said. But after that, there's going to be a steady dose of black pills until people like it's showing people the white pill is too hard. They have to do it themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You can't show somebody a white pill, but you could show them enough black pills where they're like, wow, that's fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You can't force anybody to fucking see. It's like beating your kid for not understanding their homework.
Yeah. No, you're just going to be like, you're going to get an F. Is that what you want to do, is get an F all the time? I could show you how to do better. You want me to show you how to do better? No, but this they want you to get an F. You know what I mean? Look how it's built for you to get an F. This is how you can do whatever the fuck you want and get an A and play their game and get out. That's the black pill. You know what I mean? The white pill is, no, they're fucking, everything's going to be okay because the good guys have control. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not going to last long, though. It's not going to last long at all. I don't see the honeymoon going very long at all. And I mean, I forbid that motherfuckers don't get fucking petty and see, all that was obviously done to make Orange Man look fucking terrible and, just start popping off, trying to start the fucking boogaloos every fucking moment they can.
Even the boogaloos, they say, is right wing. Like has nobody seen a picture of a boogaloo boy? Like they have the rainbow flags and the trans flags. You know what I mean? The patches on their arms are like trans fucking patches. Someone told me. I mean, I don't know what it looks like. But that's not right wing anything. Those are yo people.
Shit. It's everybody's people. They just people, man. The government doesn't give a fuck. They're not right wing to fucking the government. That's the problem, though.
They're saying that they're far right extremists, and they're not. They're
telling you that, but to them, they're just anti-government extremists.
Yeah, I guess.
Stop reading, fuck the labels.
But my point is that they're just saying that everything is backwards. Those people are these people. These people are those people. And like, as far as I'm concerned, 70% of them are feds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, enough with the misdirection. The government's job is to make sure that they have a well-educated populace. You know what I mean? Right after their safety. Where the Jesus Christ, did anybody read any ancient Greek? Everybody wants to talk about democracy all the fucking time.
That shit was racist.
Democracy that. No ancient Greek, huh?
That shit was racist, even though they were all gays and pretty fucking
all that democracy shit you talk about, that was like super white guys. In case anybody had no idea. Super white democracy.
And we're not going to be a republic or a democracy for any longer, and the people are going to fucking champion for it. They're going to love it.
Yeah, for sure.
You just gotta make sure don't allow your voice to be silenced in any way, shape, and form, because that's pretty much all you can do is to be a voice and be an example.
Yeah.
Hey,
sure.
I don't like that. Hey, that looks like a duck to me. Do you hear that quacking? Quack, 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 quack.
I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. Like, I have such a drive inside of me when I hear somebody say something that's fucking dumb You know what I mean? It's like I grind my teeth a little, and I'm like, all right, how could I say this nicely? And then I usually can't.
Just chalk them up to a fucking ignorant and just don't say nothing.
No, I find enjoyment in it though, because sometimes I do make some good points. Like earlier, I got into a conversation with somebody in a chat room about common sense gun reform. That's what this person said that he's in favor of. First, it started with that he's not for Biden. He was against Trump, and he thinks we should give Biden a chance. He's for common sense gun reform, and he's for naturalization for the 11 million illegals here. And I said, first question, what do you mean by common sense gun reform? Because obviously, taglines, you know what I mean? Just fucking talking points. He said, just like common sense changes, like background checks, like criminals shouldn't be able to get guns, and like mentally ill people can't get guns. And I said, oh, so you mean like a background check with a 10-day wait list would be cool? And then like if felons, if they have a felony, then they shouldn't be able to get a gun, right? And then he was like, well, yeah, that sounds good. And I was like, good, because that's already the fucking law. So, and then he's like, well, what about crazy people getting guns? I said, do you realize that there's such a thing called the HIPAA law, right? That's they can't give away your fucking personal health history, no matter who the fuck they are. That's your personal information.
They could just make you admit it and out yourself on the fucking application.
Exactly. It's on the application. Exactly. But they can't just fucking say, have a line directly to the fucking psych ward. That's not how fucking America works. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what these people want. They want your medical records to be owned by the state. It's crazy. Once again, communism. I'm just gonna.
And then I say, explain to me any kind of common sense gun reform that you're talking about.
Let's just cut it right there. I think for instances like that, when a motherfucker says common sense, you mean communist sense.
Yeah, exactly. Communist sense gun reform. That's exactly what he meant. And then I said to him, tell me and explain to me any part of your idea that doesn't actually take away the means of protection from a law-abiding citizen. You know what I mean? How are you going to stop the bad guy without hurting the good guy? Like, explain that to me at all. And
not by taking away body armor.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely not by taking away body armor.
Yeah, definitely not. And then he's like, oh, and then I really got him because he said, I just think violent criminals and people with mental issues shouldn't be able to have assault rifles. Like,
just assault rifles? Like they have pistols?
Here we go. I'm like, what's an assault rifle? And then he says, a semi-automatic that could fucking with a quick detachable magazine. I'm like,
what?
Fucking idiot, dude. Like, first of all, read about guns, period, before getting into any conversations about guns, because that's just how it works. I don't even know about guns, and I know semi-automatic means one pull of the trigger, one bullet comes out. That's what semi-automatic means.
So I want guns where you got to pull the trigger 10 times to fire one bullet.
Right? Like pumping it up like a fucking like a football pump. No way to hit your target after 10 pumps, bro. Your arm's tired.
Maybe after the 7th or the 8th one, you thought about it a little bit and you realized that you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Great fucking logic. Great fucking logic.
I'm thinking to myself, Jesus fucking Christ, these are the people that are trying to change the laws because they know better than me, man.
Yeah. I mean, I got into one yesterday. I've been actually into one since I posted that fucking expose Twitter post. And now, it's turned into a science is an ideology thing. And
it's the cathedral, man. That's what Michael Malice says. And I totally agree with it. That's what he calls it. It's a religion, but there is no head of the religion. So it's just the cathedral.
I
Everybody's fighting for their spot. You know what I mean? You get higher, the more fucking woke you are. Mo social justice, mo peace.
yeah. So I made the comment that science is an ideology, and this guy was not trying to fucking have it. So I started off.
Scientology. Scientology
science-
is real easy.
No. Science as a whole is an ideology.
Oh, okay, my fault.
And it started off with he didn't like what I put about the fucking Jack Dorsey thing, and then it turned into the Capitol, and then I got him on that. So then he started saying I'm anti-fact. I said I'm a skeptic of government-approved facts. And then he says you pay taxes to people to discover completely unbiased facts to benefit the people of the country. Since you don't like them, you call them fake. Way to fail civics. I said completely unbiased. Science is an ideology. Believe it or not, facts are ever evolving. And then it just turned into.
Isn't civics the government? Doesn't science isn't government?
Mm-hmm. Well, it is now.
Yeah,
It definitely is. It definitely is now. So he said that science isn't an ideology. I tell that to Nikola Tesla. Tesla's long dead is his answer. Some of his ideas are still taught in school. I don't know about that because I didn't hear about Tesla in school. I had to teach myself about Tesla in my own fucking time.
Yeah, I didn't learn much about Tesla.
So I post him a link of a bunch of different fucking scientists who were fucking made out to be pariahs and stigmatized, and he didn't fucking like that. He was not willing to fucking accept it. He ended up saying that those were all 100 years ago. So I fucking told him, pardon me, I was using well-known examples. Because how could you deny when they've done it to fucking Einstein and fucking, people that you absolutely fucking heard of?
It was 100 years ago. When was the scientific method created?
Yeah. He says, no wonder you hate science. You want your shitty ideas to be blindly accepted because you provided shitty evidence. I mean, fuck, let's go look at this. Let's go look at this shit.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
I got it. I got it up on my screen right now. I'm sharing it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can fucking see it. So, Marie Claire.
We can't see it. You're still on the WokeNet.
Oh, all right. Hold on. You can see it on my I'll share it.
Sorry, I was cleaning up wood chips from my fireplace.
You're good. All right. So the Marie Claire one isn't a very good example, but that's the only fucking thing that he brought up. He didn't read the fucking article at all. He saw this thumbnail right here that mentioned Marie Claire and then fucking commented about fucking Marie Claire. He had no idea that the very next person is Albert fucking Einstein.
Q is for Queen. I'm gonna drop your comment, but I'll pull it back up in 1 second just to show this.
So then what do we got for fucking? Yeah, no science has been kicked around about theorizing quite like Albert Einstein, which that was maybe true a few fucking years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago. But since then, people get kicked around quite a bit for saying anything outside the norm or just suggesting, let's investigate this. Let's be scientists and be fucking curious. So, more Nobel Peace Prize fucking winning scientists, physicists. Who is this? Hans Alfvén.
I mean, just like the God particle, you know what I mean? That's not 100 years ago. The God particle was a theory, and then they found the Higgs boson, Higgs boson,
Yeah,
whatever they call it, the actual God particle. You know what I mean? That's science. You actually have to be able to prove it with science, and theories evolve. Science evolves when you get more understanding. You know what I mean?
But that, and then that'd be fine if they would, accept things and investigate all things, but they don't. They fucking stay closed-minded and they give funding to certain things over other things. They completely neglect to fund other things because of, various fucking biases.
Yeah, and not only that, but these people are
So he did not appreciate any of these fucking examples.
I believe it, but I guarantee you he hasn't fucking read more than one science paper this month. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Science Digest is still a thing. You know what I mean?
So I ended up owning this motherfucker late after that. So I basically set his ass up after he said that those were all old examples. I was like, well, okay. One, how many do you need? I've repeatedly proven my point. Scientific method. Do you science much? Apparently, he does not scientific method at all.
Oh, is there something new that I didn't know about?
So then I used, I asked him if he ever heard of Graham Hancock. So he did a quick Google through skeptic.com, through some skeptic bullshit, and said that he published a theory that a lost super advanced civilization, which super isn't really a word that he would use, just a lost advanced civilization.
Yeah.
So I say, and then they found Göbekli Tepe and Clovis discoveries, redating how long that we've been here in America, let alone building tools and hunting and gathering, which is
Earth.
Yeah, I mean, all in advanced civilization means that they weren't fucking nomadic cavemen. They hunted and they gathered, they grew food, they farmed. That's all that means, and it's been proven. He's been vindicated.
And I'm pretty sure that the main science theory right now is that it's about 4,000 years ago, right? 2000 BC is when man settled supposedly and became not hunter-gatherer, but actual let
me go back to my screen
farmers share. And with livestock, they settled.
So
4,000 years. This fucking planet's billion years old.
The setup was what they mentioning Graham Hancock was this article that I love to pull out of my back pocket. And I couldn't find it for a minute. I couldn't remember what the fuck it was, but it checks all the fucking boxes. It is within the last 100 years. It is from the Smithsonian Mag, and they completely fucking chastised and they Nikola Tesla'd this man. And he, once again, was fucking vindicated. Lifetime Achievements Award, but too little too fucking late.
Yep.
And he didn't even fucking read that. I make the comment a couple days ago, just wait for the advancements in physics then, because he starts saying that, it's geology. This has nothing to do with fucking, what did he say? We're going to find advancements in physics from rocks in the desert. Like, at this point, I was fucking done actually trying to get somewhere with this motherfucker. But, so just yesterday, I told him, I made a couple good points that, he's being, immature and fucking awfully hostile, awfully like crusaders, that are out there killing and fucking defending their ideology. And I think that one went right over his fucking head. Called him a reflection of his ideology. Careful you don't find yourself a creator. And then last night on Joe Rogan, a physicist, Avi Loeb, was on. And you know what this man happened to talk about on his fucking podcast on Joe Rogan?
What's that?
How science is close fucking minded, and how they chastise people for fucking expressing new ideas, challenging ideas, and how he feels that science would be so much better if they would have a mind like a child, which this man has been telling me that I have a childish mind. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute here. Have I been right the whole time? Our fucking Nobel Peace Prize winning physicists that are publishing 8 papers on my side and mimicking what I have to say? Wow. And he does now. I've gotten replies from other people now that, Joe Rogan, I'm not going to watch a Joe Rogan podcast. It's a 10-minute clip, bro. Go fuck yourselves, all of you. But fuck you and your ideology, your blind faith. You just have faith that it's fucking true.
Yeah. People also seem to forget that any major scientific study has to get funded, right? So where that money comes from is just as important as what they're fucking studying. You know what I mean? You could pay fucking scientists buku money to fucking come up with some ass backwards theory about why something's the opposite of the way it really is, just to write a fucking, write up some new legislation for some bullshit. You gotta, nothing is as easy as it seems as far as fucking government goes, as far as the powers be go. I'll pull up that last question from Q is for Queen again. What do you think about Trump pardoning Assange? Are we saving the big fireworks for the end of the show? I'll take this one at first here, Red, because we're going to have difference of opinion, I believe. I think Assange will get pardoned today at some point. I think Snowden could rot in fucking Russia or wherever the fuck he's at. I don't care about Snowden one single solitary bit. Wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. Don't even care what anybody says. Don't care about what anybody thinks. And I really hope that that's not all that happens. So I think Assange will get pardoned. I hope so. I'm still very hopeful about that. I'm not totally crushed today so far.
Yeah, you're right. I think I disagree with just about everything you just said. I don't see any pardons happening besides people that could be testifying against Donald in the future. Assange is going to stay exactly where he is. Alexa, play Right Under My Thumb. Because if they are to sentence him, then that's just as good as fucking, killing him, and he flips the switch and whatever he supposedly has gets dropped. So the best thing to do is to keep him out of the country with the hope that maybe one day people get him out, so he, they're keeping him in limbo, in purgatory. As far as Snowden, I fucks with him. I fucks with anybody that, reveals the truth for the people, because without that information, it'd be a lot harder to convince people that there are men in your fucking phone. So on that note, I mean, he was a champion of freedom and liberty, he did do good for the fucking people, and I ain't going to hold some fucking shit against him. I think the good far outweighed his bullshit, but at the same time, ain't nobody getting fucking pardoned, baby, because why didn't he do it already? Why would Trump wait, at all? If Trump pardoned Julian Assange or Snowden 2 fucking years ago, there's no way he loses this election. If he pardons them while he's campaigning, there's no way he loses this election. You don't think he fucking knows this? You don't think his billionaire advisors or his artificial intelligence fucking forecasters and predictors don't know this? Great minds of the basement and fucking know this. How come nobody else does? And I ain't talking about the Biden house. Well, actually, they know it too.
When I think about Snowden, I think about a dude who worked at the NSA, right? I'm just gonna go by the official narrative here, and then at the end you tell me if it's fucking sus or not, right? A dude, just random programmer dude, works at the NSA, right? Finds out that they're doing some crazy shit, copies some files, steals them from the NSA, right? While he's working for the NSA, right? NSA stands for National Security Administration. So you'd think that the vetting going on right now with the National Guard would be like times a million for these fucking people working at the NSA as programmers, right? So he steals shit, and he goes first, he gives the information to WikiLeaks. Then he somehow is able to board a plane while he's wanted from America and take a plane to China, where he gets off a plane in China, stays there for a couple of months, and then is able to board a plane in China and get to Russia. All the whole time we have extradition treaties with China at the time because it was done under Biden, and we were hitting the reset switch as far as Hillary Clinton with the Secretary of State. So you tell me how a National Security Administration officer is able to steal top secret information from top secret servers in the NSA, get out of the building, get to his building, transfer the files, and then board a plane out of America, and then board another plane from a communist fucking country that's working with America to Russia, where he's
Well,
supposed to be safe.
They make fucking USB drives like that are like fucking credit cards now. It's not
I'm
that
just
fucking
saying, just
far-fetched.
him ending
No,
up out
I
of the
have an
country
answer
is
for
enough
that.
me.
I have an answer for that though. I mean, so yes, he does take the information to WikiLeaks, but WikiLeaks is a fucking anonymous fucking organization. They can't protect him. So he tries to go to China because China's like, fuck yeah, we'll bite. We'll see whatever the fuck you got. But just like you said, that's Biden time, and they're not going to hold him or protect him, but they will take that fucking information. And then they're like, hey, Russia will talk to you. And lo and behold, we have this fucking plan, this backup plan to keep ourselves in power, that if anything goes wrong, Russia's the new fucking world enemy. So go over to Russia. Take this shit to Russia.
I get the story of why he would go to China, how he would get out of China and go to Russia. But how did he get out of the building? How did he get to his house? How did he get out of his house? How did he get on a plane? Being wanted. Because the information was already out by the time he made it out of America.
How did he get? I mean, I'm sure he didn't download the information and flashing lights and all that shit went off. You know what I'm saying? There weren't like alarms going off.
Right, but as soon as it hit the papers, as soon as it hit the WikiLeaks website, he was still in America.
Oh, he was probably cross-dressing, man.
But that's what I'm saying though. To get on a plane, being a common man for the National Security Administration.
It's sketching as suspect, but I mean, we're talking about China. They could charter a fucking plane and private jet this motherfucker. It's not that fucking far-fetched. I don't think he folded himself up into luggage. I think he got on a fucking plane.
CIA the whole time. The information was coming out anyway. They had to fucking break it one way or another, and
we need a fall guy.
NSA, because the NSA was spying on the CIA with that fucking technology.
It's possible.
That's my personal opinion, and I know there's a couple stretches in there, and I know exactly where the stretches are. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I mean,
I believe that story more than I believe that this guy was just like the powers of evasion of the dude from that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he was acting like a fucking pilot and shit.
See, I don't think it's that complex, because look how easy it was for a bunch of fucking out of shape motherfuckers to storm the Capitol. These people in these places, they're so high and mighty and so full and sure of themselves that they don't think anything like this would ever fucking happen.
I can guarantee none of those people were on the fucking.
I mean, dude,
U.S. top 100 most wanted people list at the time.
Yeah, but you've worked security, man. You know exactly what it's like and how often you've seen people that are incompetent at doing their jobs and will let somebody just walk right past them. If you look like you belong there, people that are shitty or lazy at their jobs aren't going to stop you.
But I think getting out of America and getting to China, and then being able to get
how many illegal immigrants are in this fucking country? It isn't that fucking hard to get in or out of this country. It's not rocket science.
So what did he just have an alternate fucking an alias and a fucking fake passport and shit to get on, or do you think he just got on the plane as Edward Snowden being wanted?
I mean, it's both are possible. Both are possible.
A guy working for the NSA.
And this is why he will never be pardoned, because this information will never be made public.
That's my point, though, is that if he had the ability to get fake paperwork, fake documents to get out of the country, then he is a traitor. You know what I mean?
Anybody that works for the NSA or the CIA could call China right now with something and probably have a fake fucking passport in the fucking mail or in a fucking Dropbox at a payphone booth.
I don't doubt that at all, but that would make them a traitor, no matter what.
Running from a death sentence makes you a traitor?
It's not necessarily running from a death sentence.
Yeah. Is it? It's not. running, just living in a fucking box, shitting in a fucking hole forever. He's a computer man, never touching a keyboard again. Is that not death for this man?
He seems to be living pretty good in Russia.
Yeah, because he got the fuck out of here. So is Russia really an enemy? You know, the enemy that they say they are.
I think Russia has to be an enemy after tomorrow. I don't think they have a choice. I think they backed themselves into that corner over 4 years. Cryptic Ninja says, I just seen an alert from one of my stock groups. Biden's day one will shut down Keystone. Yeah, that news broke yesterday. He said exactly first day construction stops on the Keystone pipeline.
Yep. So we're going right back to Middle Eastern oil. Get ready for 7. Remember when we said take a picture of those gas prices?
Yep.
They're going to be $5, $6, $7 real soon.
Fucking prophetic up in this piece.
He's entering us right back into the Iran nuclear deal. So we're going to be supplying these fools with money and technology to develop whatever nuclear shit they want.
Ninja says, I wonder if I should keep holding my Tesla stocks or sell first thing tomorrow.
Hold that shit. Hold.
I'd say hold. Tesla's one of those things where it's like you just forget about it. You buy it and you forget you own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Mars. Shit's gonna pop for him.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yep. Hold on to that shit.
I don't know what kind of stock you have, if it's in Tesla or just the Tesla.
I would keep. What I would be concerned with is if you have any cryptocurrency, because they are coming for that. They're starting to come after it in Europe, and they want to make sure that we do not have those options, man. You know, there's only one central fucking bank.
It's a perfect time for crypto people to get the fuck out, though, if they're coming after it too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bitcoin was 18K 2 weeks ago. Now it was 35, and I think it went back down to 30.
Yeah, I would probably wouldn't get rid of everything, but I would maybe get rid of a chunk and have plans, because they're definitely coming for it. They do not want that's liberty, that's freedom. You know, those are ways that you can uplift yourself and not have to use the government.
Unregulated.
Exactly. That's the word. That is the word. It's freedom. It's absolute. It's freedom, man. And
that goes along with my ideas of what government should be. Less regulated in general across the board.
And when I talk about the powers that be, one of the groups I'm specifically mentioning is the World Bank, and that is absolutely who is threatened the most right now. These globalist bankers are threatened by cryptocurrencies.
Definitely.
Even though, you know, the only people that can money launder is them.
Exactly. That's why they're afraid. They're like, we can't have anything that's actually real and like accounted for.
Yeah. They're showing us how to do money. we can't
let them show everybody how to do money.
Exactly. Yep.
Ninja says Russia's still salty about the Miracle on Ice game. Fucking Americans.
That's why they've been cheating at the Olympics every year since.
Right? That's what we have to look forward to. No more professional sports, just state sports.
Hey, one of these years, they're going to get that shit right, though, man. And it's going to be the untraceable HGH Russian people, and they're going to be dunking on LeBron.
Bro, I've been saying McGuire and Sosa, just give them everything. Like, give these guys everything. Test shit on them. Go ahead. If they want to take it, let them. Let's see how far they can hit a ball. I'm down for 1,000-foot home runs. Think I'm good?
Yeah, but we're going the other way. We're going the way of technology and fucking robotics.
Yeah, cyborg fucking.
Which actually, I had a thought earlier with all this shit about, you know, defund the police. We can't trust the police. We can't trust our soldiers. I had the thought outside with my dog that, like, man, they are really suggesting that we need the robot soldiers and the robot police, aren't they?
Man, what better way to get rid of the militarized police than to bring in the fucking actual military? You know what I mean? Jesus fucking Christ, people. Do you know
Yeah.
what your problem is anymore? Do you know who you're mad at?
Nope. But the answer to both is themselves.
Yes. Ninja says, I lost my ass on crypto back in 2017 when it popped. Man, I wish for you that you would have kept your crypto until now to get rid of it.
Yep. I wish I would have. I thought I didn't fucking buy into it at all. I wish I would have fucking, I would have listened on that one.
But another thing people don't realize is that like 75% of the all crypto is owned by the CCP. They have the computer farms that mine the Bitcoins.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is sus. I don't, you know what I mean? At this point, people bought in. I think people bought in too much on Bitcoin, and you should probably get rid of it soon.
It's just with anything, man. Once anything gets too fucking mainstream is usually when it's time to fucking jump off and find something new.
Yep. Ninja says, bro, banks are starting to get in on the blockchain game.
Yeah, exactly. But they're going to make sure that nobody else is doing it. They're going to, they're not going to allow competition. The banks are not capitalist.
Me and Red were ahead of this blockchain game a while ago, man. We said that the actual ballots should have been blockchained. The literal paper ballots should have been blockchained, and all of the fucking questions would be mute and null at this point. Because it'd be like, yep, this is a real one. Nope, that's not. Yep, this is real. Nope, that's not. You know what I mean?
Where the fuck is why is Donald Trump, Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood not using these fucking words? You know, how come we haven't heard this phrase in a tweet?
Yeah.
Actual fucking things that can be done.
That's why I think that there's a lot of shit going on, man. There's a lot of different people saying a lot of different takes from a lot of different angles, but nobody's being like real about any of it. You know what I mean? Everybody's off in like their wonderland where, man, even me, I really hope that these things happen in this particular order. But I'm still a realist, and I realize that if it doesn't happen like within 26 hours, then it's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So even like with this blockchain talk, we were ahead of it. And like I said, we said that the ballot should have been on the blockchain, but in the very same breath, being the black pill right now, a man created it. So there's no way to tell, that it's unbreakable. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, even if it is unbreakable right now, anything unbreakable is only unbreakable for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, that's how we make advancements.
Right. So I still stand by us saying that the ballot should be on blockchain.
Yeah.
But
well, because look, I mean, that's just the technology that's available to us. The military is already using this shit. They're probably 3 generations into fucking blockchain on their fucking messages, and they're, the way that they're encrypting their shit.
So then what's the deal? Is it all voter suppression? Is that what it all is? Like every vote is voter suppression? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everybody was definitely suppressed this year, or at least encouraged to vote by mail to where
definitely outside influences like crazy, even from within, you know what I mean? The big tech just blocking one New York Post story could have changed the entire fucking outcome. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the thing with those polls too, man, where they're, Biden's so far ahead, there's no point in going out and voting for Trump. You lost already. It's a lot of fucking, psychology going on.
Yeah. And then saying that fucking Biden's winning the states on the East Coast when the West Coast isn't even done voting yet. Like saying that fucking Biden was going to win fucking, what was it, South Carolina? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. No goddamn way.
Ninja says Mutant League Sports. Yeah, I think I think the Robot League is more likely, but the Mutant League would definitely be more entertaining.
I think that'd be dope as fuck, dude. Can you imagine all of our professional athletes all on roids? All of them, every single one of them. Some of them are on experimental roids. They'd be crying, sitting there, bust down in tears at first base. You know what I mean?
You got the Robot League and then the Mutant League, and every year at the end of the year, the Super Bowl is the best team from each.
That'd be dope. Tech versus Tech.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's sign up. Let's start this petition. Think if we get enough signatures, Biden will make it happen?
LeBron, you love China so much. Why don't you take some of their experimental shots?
Yeah. Go play for them for the next Olympics. Stay over there for 4 years. Come back. That's what I mean, bro. It's not even going to be professional sports anymore. It's going to be state sports pretty soon. It's just going to be countries have teams. No fucking Cubs, no Sox. It's just going to be the U.S. versus other countries.
No, it's not going to go that far.
Unify us.
They need to kill. That would kill. They're not going to go that far. They need economies and shit like that. You know, that's a big chunk of money.
It's going to be like soccer, World League.
I don't even see that. They probably will start pushing soccer on us a lot more, though. You might be right about that. We might be seeing fucking soccer forced down our fucking throat because football is, it's the white supremacist sport. It's the sport of, of work ethic. It's the sport of fucking.
It's the
perseverance and drive. Sports. Pretty much, yeah, exactly. But it breeds fucking warriors. You can't be a fucking soy boy and play football.
Yeah, no, not at all. I think that's what it is, dude. Most all these are fucking reporters that go on TV and the governor that got into the fight with that Atlas gym guy. It's like the Atlas gym guy said, "Fuck you, I'm not shutting down." That fucking pipsqueak beta fucking cuck governor went home and probably couldn't bang his old lady because he felt like such a bitch. Came back and fucking sent more fucking feds to the gym. You know what I mean? It's like personal. He's like, fuck this guy with the beard and the muscles. I fucking hate him.
Some of it is definitely that, but I mean, like I was saying earlier, is that this is the threat to the states and. Not just the free thinkers and the people that will speak up, the objective people, but the people that will do something about it. You know what I'm saying? The warriors, you need them. And, they're definitely trying to make them, to remove this way of thinking, the way that we were more or less fucking raised.
Yeah. The strong masculine role model.
Yeah. I mean, in Disney, yeah, the Disney programming, the warrior fucking princess fucking programming, that we were all fucking brought up on, and now they just they declared war on it. It's fucking interesting.
It a long time ago with the toxic male, toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, toxic. Yeah. But when a real bad guy shows up, you're gonna wish you had that toxic masculine dude still standing next to you.
Most of the real. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a poor fucking choice of words, but how about this? Most of the attractive women that I talk to love toxic masculinity.
Oh yeah, everybody knows fucking chicks like bad boys. If you
not even so much bad boys, but just men. They like manly men.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Most women.
The toxic part is the bad part. Yeah. Masculinity, actual masculinity is. There was a little gap there.
But what the fuck is toxic masculinity? You talking about like frat boy shit? Nobody likes Gronks,
Yeah, the bros.
Nobody likes Chad.
Yeah, Chad doesn't
except
really
for
get along with people.
Except for Storm and Norman.
Yeah, I totally think that people get in their feelings, all these governors, these fucking reporters for sure.
Oh, just like, dude, it's some of it's fucking personal fucking bias and shit like that, but I'm sure a lot of it is direction from the producers. Just like you got all these reporters walking around Washington DC right now. Later.
Yep. Ninja, we'll be here for a minute still.
All these reporters walking around DC complimenting the fucking barbed wire and the fences. This is so nice. Look at these beautiful shots of our fucking nation's capital with steel fencing, barbed wire, concrete, and fucking steel everywhere.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's beauty?
people got another thing coming if they think those fucking fences are coming down anytime soon. The soldiers might leave, but those fences are staying up forever.
The soldiers aren't leaving either, man. 6,200 residually in DC.
Oh, yeah. I know, but I'm saying eventually the soldiers might leave.
I don't think so, man.
They won't leave until all those fences are permanent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that shit's ending anytime soon. There will never be another march on Washington. I'm gonna have to fucking bookmark the first day I actually said that. But I think I might have formed it in a question. You know, I think I said that I hope, you know, but everybody better hope they don't have a reason to. But now I'm just gonna fucking out and say it. There will never be another march on fucking Washington because yo ass will be shot.
Did you hear yesterday that Wyoming was talking about might be interested in seceding?
Where are they going?
Nowhere. Pretty sure Wyoming's gonna stay there.
I think Wyoming was the candidate for the prison state. You know, just put a fence up around Wyoming.
Yeah.
And put all the bullshit there. So maybe that's the plan. Wyoming, you're the gulag now.
Yep, Wyoming is the gulag. You can secede, but we're sending you all of our prisoners. Good luck.
Call it New Australia.
New Wyoming. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit's crazy. What do you think tonight? Do you think shit's gonna fucking pop off tonight? You think riots?
Oh, I don't know. I think by now most of the white extremists have figured out that, you know, that it's a trap and they're being baited. And if anybody fucking goes out there and does anything stupid, you are going to fuck it. You make life so hard for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That now is not the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right before the storming of the Capitol, I was like, yeah, fuck you. Biden's a punk. Now I'm like, I don't know, man. Everybody's fucking falling into the bushes like that Homer meme.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna be
loud. Sort of what you have to do, though.
So fucking way out front as I was.
But here's the thing, man, is anytime we've been, you know, had struggles in wars or operations, what has it been to? Guerrilla warfare, blending in with the bushes. It's a winning fucking strategy. You gotta adapt. You gotta improvise and adapt.
I was talking more along the lines of people like wearing the MAGA hat, fading into the bushes, and coming out with their Romney hats on. You know what I mean? Like that's not what. I mean, nobody. We know you're lying.
Take your MAGA hat off, but you know, blend in. Don't get yourself fucking killed or thrown into the gulag, but you know, be a voice. You know, that's what I'm saying. Is occupy the places you're not supposed to occupy. Don't delete your Twitter account. Don't isolate yourself. Just be. You know, I mean, even if you're a Trump supporter, fucking be a Trump supporter. But when you have an opportunity to show people that Trump supporters aren't racist, fucking ignorant, you know, bigots, take your opportunity. Don't recluse yourself so people are free to fucking say what you aren't.
Right. Like if anybody knows, if anybody doesn't know by now, we're in Chicago. I grew up a fucking Chicago liberal. You know what I mean? Just like everybody else that grew up in Chicago, but I've been a really loud Trump supporter, so I'm not going to back down on what I actually believe in. You know what I mean? Because I actually do believe in it. I'm not saying I believed in Trump because I never made him the pariah. You know what I mean? He was never that guy to me personally. It was the things that he was standing for in certain spots. You know what I mean? Even right now, I start getting pissed thinking about his last speech. The one he gave today, his fucking goodbye speech, because
his last speech. Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting pissed because he's talking about fighting and never stop fighting for you. I fought for you. Like, no, you didn't, motherfucker. You fought for you. Everybody,
get him.
70,000 people just got banned off of fucking Twitter. You fought because you got banned off Twitter, not for the people that got banned before that and the people that are gonna get banned after that. Like, you didn't do that, so stop fucking saying it. You know what I mean? I have no problem with his rhetoric. You know, he fucking truck driver. Listen to me. You know, every fucking 6 words I say fuck, and he swears much less than I do, so it's okay. But yeah, it's like he wasn't fucking, you know, Moses. You know what I mean? It wasn't gonna happen. He wasn't that guy. He couldn't stop the flood. But don't tell me that you tried for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm banned. You can fucking call a press conference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the shit that gets to me. I know exactly where he went wrong and why I didn't like him for certain reasons at the beginning. And we could talk about it every single stream that we have. The fucking national debt. What was it? Fucking 63% of our money was printed within the last 16 months. Like,
insane.
That if you're a liberal and you actually wanted to have a political argument, that's all you have to say and you win. You know what I mean? If you're arguing against the conservative, you win. So stop saying all the other fucking orange man bad bullshit because it makes you look like an idiot.
The Fed shit is fucking one of the most craziest fucking things that I've seen in a fucking while. Like, I thought the Fed was bad before Trump. That shit shocked the fuck out of me.
Just a period. And the thing that got me, man, is that all this time, like right now, it's a national emergency and everything, but drop of a dime, they spend fucking trillions of dollars. Imagine what that could have done before all this shit happened. You know what I mean? Imagine what fucking $50 billion could have done 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, just assuming that it goes all in the right directions, it could have made a fucking crazy difference in this world. But then just now, all of a sudden, Shanghai sniffles and fuck it, throw all your papers up in the air, give them what they want. And I mean, I was really hesitant to give that argument to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to give you the ammunition to beat me with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole time I argue with lefties, I'm like, your fucking argument is based in fucking bullshit. Like, we're not mushroom farming. What are you doing? But now that it seems like,
shout out to mycology. Love mycology.
Yep. Yeah, but now that we have an occupying force in our nation's capital and nobody knows anything about the real story about any fucking thing, 50% of people think the other side's crazy, and the crazy people think that the 50% of people are fucking crazy. You know what I mean? There's like the fringe is like, you're all fucking crazy. You know what I mean? That's like the center is narrowed so bad. And I think that's just because that what's it called? The Overton's window when it comes to the actual scale of left to right. I think the Overton windows moved so far left that like now the most extreme Democrat is crazy extreme progressive. You know what I mean? And the most extreme Republican is like barely a Republican at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like that window is like 7/8 full of blue. So there has to be some kind of fight that pulls it back to the right. We can't just say, okay, let's come to a compromise and keep it here. No, we have to go back to the right now. We have to. Or else. You know what I mean?
I think that the conservatives evolving and joining us in this century wouldn't be a bad thing.
And it's happening. It's already here. Nobody like the establishment conservatives are dinosaurs. They're a dying breed. You know what I mean? They're not reproducing, and they're going away fast because they're aging out. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think the a lot of people might not fucking agree with this, but handcuffing yourself to the church isn't fucking winning you anything, and it isn't. You're not getting many new souls.
Yeah, it's not a win strategy anymore. I mean, if your personal belief, you could do whatever you want, and I won't hold it against you whatsoever. I don't care if you're fucking sacrificing chickens in your garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not a winning strategy anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely ticking down for both. I mean, not saying you got to go full fuck the church or any of that shit, but maybe step it back on the Jesus and, you know, the righteousness and you know,
I think it's
the high horse.
We're just at a stage like in humanity, I guess, where things are just going to be reformed again. You know what I mean? Like our technological expansion moved too fast and we let it get out of hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where we needed to prune here, we needed to let it grow there. Instead, it was coming too fast and we lost control of where the branches were growing out of. You know what I mean? I think I think a lot of things are going to go through reformations, and I wouldn't be surprised if the church is one of them. And that doesn't even mean in a positive way, because now the Pope's talking about all kinds of shit that's been a sin for 2,200 years. You know what I mean?
It's just, I mean, the church has been really, really hard for me to fucking, you know, put any sort of fucking faith or belief in their history just, you know, the logic, you know, yeah.
I just mean like I totally agree with you. The establishment of the church, like the actual church itself.
Yeah.
The Holy See or whatever they call it.
And that's just one half of it, let alone, you know, you become a free thinking fucking individual and start asking questions. It's, you know, they couldn't answer my questions by the time I was probably, you know, 10, 11 years old. And since then I've been looking for my answers elsewhere.
And I'm not a really religious person, but if you are a really, really religious person, all those questions, like religion is almost proven by science, you know what, in a certain way, with, you know, the Big Bang and what do they call it? The outward movement of the fucking universe.
Mm-hmm. The expansion of the universe.
Yeah, the common theory in science is it was a Big Bang and everything got created from nothing at one time. So obviously there was a force that was, you know, present at that time. So that, like I was saying, even the
two big rocks that fucking bang together.
Right, in a vacuum, in a complete vacuum where nothing existed. That's the whole point, is that, you know what I mean? From nothing, there had to be a force to create something, or else it would still be nothing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I mean just vague ideas about the whole thing. But my point is that science, you ask questions because of science. You further your understanding because of science. And sometimes, most of the time, you know, depending on how you look at things, what vantage point you have, science is just going to prove your faith more if your faith is based in the right fucking things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
mean? For sure. I mean,
so the institution of the church, I disagree with wholeheartedly, and they completely lost me in the fucking 80s when I got old enough to realize what the fuck had happened to children for hundreds of years in the church. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So the establishment is beyond redeemable in my book for what they've done and not forced these people to face fucking their judgment.
Indict Ratzinger.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast never takes off. I think we're gonna sell Indict Ratzinger shirts.
I could dig that. Since when does the Pope just quit? Since when do you hand back the keys of St. Peter? You know what I mean? Like
when you don't want that indictment.
yeah, exactly.
Anything to not get the church indicted.
Exactly. But it's like, you know what I mean? Simple questions people don't ask themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to
You-
make it sound like we're telling people give up your religion.
No, not
That's
at
not
all.
it at all. Have
Just
faith.
ask the
Faith
questions.
is a wonderful thing, but yeah.
If you're a devout member of the Catholic Church, I challenge you to ask the question: what happened to the priests that were fucking proven guilty? Since when does a pope give back the keys to heaven? You know what I mean? If you're a religious person, explain that to me. I know it happened one other time when they named a pope who was a hermit who never wanted to be the pope in the first place, and it was like a compromise. So, you know what I mean? Big questions. Riddle me this. I definitely want to hear answers to that. It's not like a rhetorical.
That hermit pope that didn't want to be there is probably the best pope in history.
Yeah, I think he was the pope for like 2 months, and he tried, and he was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going back to the woods."
I think that's who should be leading our fucking country.
It's Buddha,
somebody
bro.
who absolutely
He's
does
Buddha.
not want to fucking be there.
Exactly. That's fucking Siddhartha. You know, you ever read the book Siddhartha in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Siddhartha
Buddha.
Gautama?
That is what it is. You know what I mean? He might have been the real fucking the embodiment on earth, as they say, the holder of the keys of St. Peter.
He just got in touch with it. He just got connected to the right channel. He was tuned to the correct frequency.
Like,
well, I don't think I'm talking about Siddhartha. I'm not talking about the Pope. I don't think the Pope's connected to shit.
Yeah, I got
quite
you.
frankly. But once you get it, you know, you keep that connection, and it's not just he alone got that connection.
Away from
It's available to anyone at any time.
Mm-hmm.
You
it's
just
like breaking the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's some DMT shit. Never took it, but I'm sure.
Once you see, you don't need that. You can get there. You can achieve ego death with psilocybin. Just need what is called as a heroic dose. Check out Terrence McKenna. Got a lot of good fucking lectures on that subject and all sorts of subjects. All roads lead.
I've taken lots of mushrooms, but I don't think I ever reached that point where my ego breaks away. I think I've just laughed a lot and hurt my face.
No, you got to go heroic doses, man.
So, I've taken some pretty heroic doses.
I was doing.
People are just you know.
I was doing a
little different and can do it easy.
A quarter a weekend for about a month and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
I did at my peak. I did I think 3/8 in 1 week.
It's absolutely eye-opening and enlightening. And what that physicist was talking about on Joe Rogan yesterday, getting in touch with who you were as a child and who you wanted to be, reconnecting yourself with everything and everyone. Selflessness, true selflessness.
In a material world.
But yeah, I like to say all roads lead to Terrence McKenna, because he was just so fucking knowledgeable on fucking everything that if you basically research everything fucking long enough, you will find a connection to, you know, all the connectiveness, and you will eventually find Terrence McKenna.
Yeah,
no matter what the fuck it is.
I love the work he did with what was it, Dr. Shock on the Egyptians, on the surrounding walls of the Sphinx.
No, that's Graham. That's Graham's work. That's Graham Hancock.
Yeah, it was both of them. They worked together on that. Peter Shock?
No, yeah, but that's not there. But he didn't work with Terrence McKenna. I was talking about Terrence.
Oh, okay.
He was pretty much an expert on psilocybin and DMT. He's done a lot of lectures. He's a botanist.
I know who you're talking about. He did a lecture series that was like a 4-part series that was pretty good.
Yeah, I've watched countless hours of him fucking lecturing.
Yeah, he talks about like resonance, like sound resonance and stuff too. Like in
Yeah,
the buildings in Africa, the circular buildings that they were finding.
he he talks about Taoism, and he found a way to predict the future called time wave zero. A lot of fucking crazy, interesting shit from a man who was taking heroic doses of mushrooms and DMT in silent darkness in his bedrooms. But yeah, him and his brothers, what they did, they actually went around the Amazon and shit, and actually found what is it, Amanita muscaria, I think it is, the red cap mushrooms with the fucking white spots.
Yep.
And they went around with all these shamans and learned about these medicines and categorized them and shit like that. And was hugely responsible for fucking what we know about DMT in this country right now.
Yeah, and I know all the science is there. It's happening right now with the microdosing too.
And
it's all breaking loose right now.
I know that they're from Terrence, that there is something called Illinois tumbleweed. It is a yellow plant, and I believe that if I'm correct, it has the most DMT content on it, and it's all over the fucking place.
And do you have to take another activator?
You have to extract it.
Yeah, I know that like the ayahuasca, that was how they found ayahuasca, was that they mixed the two, like the
no, this is the shit that's in this Illinois tumbleweed. You don't have to mix it. It is DMT in this fucking plant. You just have to extract it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just experimented. I never really got
but
into
the thing that's so interesting though about that plant being all over the fucking place and that we don't know about it. Don't you think the Native Americans knew about it?
Fuck yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, they fucking knew about it.
Speaking of Native Americans, you ever hear the story about the World War II Indians that they enlisted to fight for America, and then they got their haircut and went to war, and then after they got their haircut, they performed much worse than they did?
Yeah, that's why I started growing my hair out. It was an experiment.
Yeah,
I was testing the connectivity.
They literally changed the rules so that those Native Americans could grow their hair out.
Oh yeah, I read all about that. I know all about that. They took tribes of Native Americans into the fucking military, and they put them in places that they've never been before and separate them, and they'd be able to find their way back to each other. And they are able to do this repeatedly in different fucking places. So they're like, all right, fuck it, this works. Let's enlist these boys. Gave them their military haircuts, went to do it in the fields, and it would not work. Because your hair is nerve endings. It's fucking, a nerve ending directly into your fucking brain.
Yeah, it's a receptor.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy shit, man, when you really get into it. Shit that you'd never know if you just watch fucking CNN.
you know that vegetables scream when you slice them open?
During the Vietnam War. And then when they made them cut off their hair, they lost their abilities.
In Vietnam.
Abilities. So okay. They were the only ones that they allowed to have long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I heard it was something about perception too. Like they could tell if people were close to them easier with the hair too.
Hunting.
Yeah, exactly. Like a hunting receptor.
Like
fucking antenna that nobody realizes that's one part of the half of the brain that we don't use anymore.
Some people do know. I think that's a huge reason why a lot of religions want people to have short haircuts. It's why the military wants you to have a short haircut, because they don't want that connectiveness.
Shaving their heads bald.
Exactly. They don't want you connected to the world and to each other. They want you to sever that connection.
Sever your senses. Listen only to us.
Yep.
Dude, I am afraid of the uniparty coming. I'm not even gonna lie. If this is what it is, it's gonna be fucking.
Well, I mean, before it does get too crazy, I probably will try to get the fuck out of here, like the whole country. Honestly, I know history. I know where the fuck this is going. I see the way people are on Facebook and on the internet and how they're gonna bend over and gladly fucking take that shit, get spit roasted on both ends. So yeah, I mean, honestly, before before people, it gets to the point where I'm in danger. I mean, I want to have kids. I'm not fucking bringing kids up in this. I'm going to the woods. I'm going to buy a fucking waterproof, bug-proof hammock, and I'm going to go somewhere out into the fucking jungles. Hopefully I don't fucking kill any natives, and we can just teach each other some shit. I bring them some new age medicine, some new ways to do things, and just pray I didn't bring the smallpox and the COVID with me.
We haven't seen chocolate bar since the last time an America came through. Like, all your village belongs to us now.
Not even, man. I just want a place to put up my fucking hammock. Little land, show me where to grow and what grows.
Right.
Where's the good fishing spot?
A tribe of pygmies that think you're fucking.
No, especially yeah, exactly. I go somewhere where they're all fucking little. Like, oh, let me get those bananas for you, and then I'm gold. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking golden. Oh, I can reach that. Hold on. Here you go.
Right. I could throw you up there.
Yeah, get on my shoulders. Let's go.
all those nights working in the bar, midget tossing. Finally came in handy.
Yep.
Honey Badger says their beliefs around long hair, as many of their beliefs are tied to the earth and nature. The long hair has symbolic significance, tying them to Mother Earth, whose hair is long grasses.
Deep.
That's some good shit. Many Native Americans believe their hair is a physical manifestation of the growth of the spirit, and some say it allows for extrasensory perception and connection to all things.
Fun fact, I'm about 6'2", and my hair is down past my ass crack.
I'm getting there. My hair, it started slowing down. It's getting super long, but it started slowing down.
I literally read about that shit about those natives in Vietnam, and I'm like, fuck it. I was starting to grow my hair out, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm just not going to cut it.
Wait.
See where this shit goes.
So, read about the Reds on the red line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom. Yeah, that's super interesting. I mean, I don't know if you could prove it scientifically, but if the fucking guys can't do what they could do 2 minutes ago, then you know what I mean?
Yeah, the scientific method. They were able to repeat it, and then they weren't. And then they got some new guys who were able to repeat it.
Yeah, maybe that's a clue about all the half greenheads in Portland and Seattle. Get rid of your connections to Mother Earth. I like that part though, where it said the long hair has symbolic significance, tying them to Mother Earth, whose hair is long grasses.
Mm-hmm.
I like that shit.
I say it all the time that when somebody talks about my hair, that this is what a man looks like. This is a natural man.
Contrary to popular belief.
This is what a man looks like. I might not be able to grow the facial hair, but
right. The other
this is what a man looks like.
The other ones are just another one of you guys. This is a man.
A manly man.
Manly man. Steven Tyler PJs. Oh, man. Well, I don't think we're gonna hold on. Let's do a cursory twit check before we call it a.
Yeah, see if anything's happened.
Check the trusty POSO. This is my go-to, my first check every single fucking time.
Senate does not have the votes to convict the president.
Everybody knew that fucking the last time they tried. Fucking idiots. We'll waste some more money. How about don't impeach
Donald Trump
in 3 days? How about fucking give everybody relief in 3 days that doesn't include Pakistani fucking horn dogs staring at women?
Donald Trump declassifies Crossfire Hurricane documents.
Ooh, really? That's all of the Flynn stuff. That might be big because that incriminates McCabe, Comey, and Brennan.
Well, we're definitely going to have to dig through that before we hop on tomorrow. Probably be on live during fucking Biden's inauguration.
No, I think it starts early, doesn't it? I think it starts at
Okay.
like 11.
Okay, sweet. So we'll be fucking able to fucking jump in after that.
I wouldn't even be mind. I wouldn't mind starting early just to cover it. I mean, I'm sure it'll be on C-SPAN. It's free.
So
We could
yeah.
do that. David French, who was a desk jockey, short-term ranks, uses Iraq service. Second Toledo officer killed in line of duty in past 6 months. It's always Ohio and Florida. Whenever anything fucking out of control happens, you know what I mean? When you hear about a naked fucking bicyclist going through a drive-through, it's fucking Ohio or Florida every single time. White supremacist, see that? Emmanuel Jackson. Capitol rider who police with baseball bat turns himself in.
White as hell, boy.
Right? Avowed far right-wing activist. That Christian Bale?
No.
Probably because left-wing groups do not have a history of terrorism, armed revolt, and violent sedition. What? We got to see what this is one of my favorite things to do is just look at their fucking bio. Let's check it out. Founder, editor at FRW Anti-Racism Group, Salesforce, CRM, LAMP consultant, coder, entrepreneur, biker, cyclist. You can't say Kawasaki and biker at the same fucking time, asshole. Bianchista. Minimalist. Dude,
Antifa. There's the idea.
Yeah, Antifa, of course. But how are you going to have fucking 35 letters in your bio and then have hashtag minimalist? This guy is so confused. He has no idea which way is up, but he knows that he is the founder of the racism group. Bianchista. What the fuck is a Bianchista?
I don't know. I don't go to Starbucks. I don't know.
What was that radio DJ's name? Dick Biondi? Is he a Biondi fan? That rides a Kawasaki? That rides
on empty because he's a minimalist. He always
Tony
keeps his
Biondi
takes on
fan
empty.
who rides his Kawasaki on empty, but it's painted black. Yeah, so this guy's a fucking tool, and he knows absolutely nothing about left-wing groups' history.
Or let alone his own history, American or the world.
Yeah. Well, obviously he knows nothing about his history because he says he started an anti-racist magazine and he's a white guy. I agree. See, this is why I fuck with Posobiec right there. Because whenever I feel like, okay, this is going bad, Uniparty's going to kill us all, I look at Posobiec and he says, if the situation were hopeless, the overreaction would be unnecessary.
Yep.
Those are some fucking words right there. I am shocked about this. Haspel retires today, of all days, after holding up probably every single thing that's hit her desk in the last fucking 9 months.
Yeah, because it's a new it's literally the new world order, and Biden gets to fucking put in place whoever he's told to.
Yeah, exactly. He gets to be the first fucking sock.
He is the
and
top.
These guys get their
right
payoff. She's probably going to end up as an ambassador to Ukraine or something. Watch. New Greenstone in D.C. Billions are domestic.
It ain't COVID.
Chronic. White House source: the NRA, Turning Point USA, and Patriot Guard Riders are 3 of many non-militia groups on the list FBI are using to reference in vetting for potential extremists. The NRA and Turning Point USA. Turning Point. Charlie Kirk is an extremist? We're talking about the same Charlie Kirk. That's Candace Owens, too. Candace Owens is an extremist?
Shit, you know she's a threat because she is an actual threat to what the fuck they got going on. I'll vote for her immediately. She don't even have to fucking work her way up through politics. Fund her ass. I will vote for her immediately. Get her ass on TV. Get her on all fucking screens. That's the only fucking hope if the conservatives or the Republicans are ever going to fucking exist in the next century, in this century that we're already fucking in, that we're a quarter, that we're 25 years into. And these motherfuckers still want to fucking live in the dark ages. Because that's, feels good. It feels good to live in nostalgia. Join us in the fucking, the common age.
Yeah.
We're gonna be going to fucking Mars, man. You're not gonna be able to be bringing that those same old fucking songs.
You ain't bringing that fucking baggage to Mars, people. Other side of the wall for you. I think Biden said he's not going to build one more foot of wall either.
Yeah, of course.
Which is really stupid because they prepared land for a wall, so they made it easier to cross there without a wall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's runways now built for people to just cross the border because he won't finish the wall. And it's a matter of 50 feet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. We're going to have 20 million more Democrats by next week.
Let me tell you where all this shit could go wrong for Mr. Biden. Because, yes, he is bringing all these people in here. And, yes, he is going to do a whole bunch of social programs and all sorts of shit. But not all of these people are good people. And that's exactly where everything is going to go fucking wrong for his ass. Then open border policy will bring fucking cartels and shit like that in here. And his police state fucking government and policies is not going to interact well with these people. And it will be chaos and fucking blood and shit in the streets. And all he's going to, it's either going to be more uprisings and people coming together, or it's going to be a fucking bloodbath fucking war zone in this fucking country.
One of those, I hate to even think about it, but like you said, one of those police shootings. Something
that's a whole nother scenario besides, the open border and, but yeah, I mean, in the future, sooner or later, the police state that all these people ushered in is going to come for them. And there will be nobody there to speak for them or stand with them. Because all the violent fucking soldiers, all the white heroes are gone, extinguished and exterminated.
Exactly, vilified and stomped out. Do you follow Michael Malice yet?
No.
He's a good follow. He has a lot of views that a lot of people don't see. See, our election was hijacked. Nancy Pelosi, our election was hijacked. There's no question. Congress has a duty to protect our democracy. Follow the facts from 2017. 2 hours ago, he says it all comes down to what do I need to say to get you to do what I want?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But the thing is the time of, they're still going to say everything that you want to hear. But behind the curtain,
I don't think we have to worry about it with Biden anymore. He was going to say whatever you wanted to hear during the fucking campaign, and he still refused to answer the questions. Now it doesn't fucking matter. He's never going to be a 2-term president. He could do whatever the fuck he wants for 4 years.
He's going to, but he's talking about or what the fuck, putting dudes with fucking girls in the fucking in jails. He's definitely going to fucking do some fucking pretty crazy shit that
Oh yeah, for sure.
that people are demanding him do.
And he's gonna do more than anybody expects. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna do even more than that. Like the craziest shit you've heard so far, more. Getting warmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This chick asked Michael Malice, when the heck did curiosity and integrity become dangerous? When it threatened elite control. Precisely, good sir. All right, let's check in on Pompeo one more time.
It's over. Going quietly into the night. Look at that. Pictures of balls and
This is actually Pompeo in the State Department definitely brought respect back to at least that department. You know what I mean? With the Middle East peace deals, with North Korea, with Trump actually stepping foot in the demilitarized zone. You know what I mean? The little things like that mean so much more to the world than it does to fucking snotty leftists here.
But did it though?
Well, I think
that might mean something to people, that to Trump supporters or people that actually pay attention to politics or the world. But I think most people.
Well, I think that's
about
one
it,
of the
and
main
even the
differences between conservative and Democrat liberal beliefs is conservatives tend to look more at the inner political relationships of the world, and the Democrats tend to look at just inside of our country.
People on the left think that that they're trying to have a worldview, but they don't actually look at the world or experience the world. There's some of the most sheltered fucking people that there are, making up imaginary fucking emotional decisions.
When they're making rules to take gendered language out of the Senate, but buying all of their fucking equipment for the government from Chinese slave labor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or all the gender shit that they're gonna do, but yet they're re-entering into the fucking Iran deal, where women have no rights, can't drive cars.
Yeah, and they're selling kidneys from Uyghur Muslims to rich Communist Party members. You know what I mean? It's like the liberals right now only care about here. They think that no matter what, this has to be perfect. And then everybody else will be perfect because we're perfect.
Can you wait for all the women's rights activists, all the feminists to applaud Kamala for wearing her hijab in Iran and in the Middle East?
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be such a brave and...
oh, fuck.
Strong and powerful. What did they say about, what's her name? Jenner? Brave and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Brave and beautiful. It's going to be such a brave and beautiful moment.
Donald Trump never wore a hijab when he was walking around in Iran.
Right? He walked into North Korea like he owned that fucking joint. He said, "Oh, is this your line? I'm going to step over it. Is that cool? Okay, let's take a walk."
Rodman told me where all the mines were.
Right. And that, I mean, it was really symbolic because I tend to believe that Barack Obama probably met with Kim Jong-un under secret circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
At least a Zoom call.
Oh, yeah. Somebody for sure. But being such a public display, you know what I mean? He was basically to me when I saw it, and of course it's just a symbolic gesture, but the way I saw it was Kim Jong-un was basically bending over for him. You know what I mean?
We got breaking news. We got breaking news on CNN. Three members of an extremist group, Oath Keepers group, planned and coordinated the head of Capitol riot.
Yeah, this actually, I've known about this all day, and it slipped my mind completely.
These poor boys fucked around and fucking were in a chat, fucked around in a chat, and now they're gonna get hit with so much shit.
No, this is different. That's these guys aren't just they weren't just in some random QAnon fucking Facebook group. These guys are the guys that they had on surveillance that were using the hand signs and the like the contacts, like the tapping people on the elbows, like silent signals during the Capitol invasion. They said that they think there's 3 different groups of these guys that coordinated during the actual Capitol riot.
So are these the people that knew all the fucking president?
These are the guys supposedly, allegedly, because I have no idea what's actually true, but supposedly these are the guys that were wearing the nondescript clothing, no MAGA gear, no Trump anything, fully covered, tactical everything. Like the guy that was pulling the fence off the fence post. You see that guy?
Yeah.
The guy that was pulling the fence off, the guy that was carrying the zip ties with his mom. Yeah, supposedly they got surveillance of the whole Capitol. Obviously, they got surveillance of the entire Capitol, but they said that there were 3 different groups of people, of 3 or 4 people that were all communicating, like tactically. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So either that or these guys are the fall guy.
Or they just work security in a loud environment, and sometimes you got to use hand signals and fucking looks to fucking get the point across.
Yeah, it depends on what happened directly after those hand signals. You know what I mean?
I do this shit at work. Like, what the fuck? It's not that fucking.
But if there's a camera and they see, you sending me a hand signal,
and then you go save somebody's life, and then you go save somebody's life.
yeah, it could go either way. It really all depends on what happened directly after the hand signal. You know what I mean?
But he took it the wrong way. What I meant was, he read it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't say anything. I don't know sign language. Yeah, I think the Abraham Accords, all the peace deals in the Middle East, I think that shit is you know what I mean? Growing up, I'm an 80s kid. Everybody, that's what we wished for when we were growing up, was peace in the Middle East. You know what I mean? And this is the first actual tangible step that we've ever really had besides the ceasefires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's I guess
even though Israel's been fucking dropping bombs on motherfuckers nonstop.
Well, they're dropping bombs on what, the Gaza Strip?
Yeah.
So all the other Arabic nations around Israel are all signing peace deals. They had their first Jewish wedding in Abu Dhabi. You know what I mean? That should
they're trying.
They're fly before.
But look, that's going to be a capital of the new world. They're advancing quick. Fucking Dubai, Abu Dhabi, those are going to be the new world capitals.
Saudi Arabia, I think they also had a Jewish wedding on their soil, which was like completely against the religion, like not even against their culture. It's like shit like that. It's never happened. It's never happened in the modern time.
Don't be surprised if that's not where Donald Trump goes to retire the rest of his days.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Israel, he might go straight to fucking Israel.
That's definitely looking like it's going to be the future, the next world powers. I don't know about fucking India so much, but we're definitely giving them everything that they need, and they're definitely building pretty futuristically.
Yeah, they get the exact fucking cutting edge technology that we get. They don't get downgraded version like India gets.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get the F-16. They get the fucking F-22 and the F-35. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Israel's already a major player. They're just small, and so
and dealing with their own fucking problems because they don't, they got motherfuckers throwing rockets over their fucking wall.
Yeah, and they have
the same old childish bullshit.
One of the most technologically advanced militaries, and every Israeli citizen has to serve in the military, so they don't have any shortage of bodies.
Yep. and they're fucking getting, struggling with people throwing rocks at them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's
we
there's-
really don't want to kill you anymore.
there's always hope. No, there's always hope. Look at Palestine.
You could look at plenty of other countries, even Sudan. Sudan's signing up, and Sudan was fucking going through some genocide shit of their own 15, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? These people they're deciding to join the world stage and stop their tribalist wars. You know what I mean? And for us, we're going the opposite way. We're like backing off the world stage and deciding to fight our tribalist wars that just let the world stage take us over.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. I think that was the whole thing with North Korea too, when Trump actually told them, this could be everything. This is fucking prime real estate. You could build fucking tourist attractions all up and down your coast. And you got a lot of coast. You know what I mean? Kim Jong-un's like, oh, more money? More power? That sounds nice.
More burritos?
Right? More NBA? I could have my own team eventually? Over under before China gets the NBA team.
Oh man, it'd be fucking so hard to fly people over there. Like, how are they gonna fucking do the logistics of that?
It's not that far from California.
So are they just gonna play LA? You're not gonna be flying motherfuckers to California or to fucking China and back.
They're never gonna make the playoffs, so they could just play the West Coast. Play in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They might. I don't know about the China NBA. It's too far.
I don't think they could put together a good enough team anyway.
Well, I mean, will they pass their drug test? That's the thing.
Never.
There'll be a bunch of fucking juiced up, fucking genetically engineered,
right?
Fucking Yao Mings.
They're gonna have fucking two shin bones surgically fused together.
Even Yao Ming was a science experiment. Like literally, his parents, he was the spawn of the two fucking tallest people in the country, and the government fucking made them get together, and I'm sure pumped them up with all sorts of shit as well.
Yep. Guaranteed. They don't fuck around. Straight Up Blowing Mind says Candace Owens is controlled opposition.
Damn, why'd you have to do that? I like Candace.
She said, "Know your enemy."
I don't think Candace is the enemy, man. I think Candace is the future of a Republican Party if there is ever going to be one. But there might not be one with all these the 20 million new voters that are going to be here in a couple fucking weeks.
Yeah, like literally, this is no joke anymore. Like the 11 that are already here, the 11 million, they're like it's done. The paper's already signed. They're just waiting to stamp it. And
yeah. Then open border.
However many can get here in the next 100 days is what I took every speech as so far. So, however many people can get here in the next 100 days are probably going to get amnesty as well. But then what? Then you have to lock the border. You know what I mean?
Nah. More voters. More voters good.
Fuck. I sure hope not. Honey Badger says, I agree. They're all one and the same, knowingly and unknowingly. Could be. I don't put anything past anybody anymore. You know what I mean? If anything, if I've learned anything over these last 6 years of being super hyper fucking, hyper in tune with what's going on in politics, I'm not going to put anybody on a pedestal. You know what I mean? I don't idolize any of these people. So I agree with you there, Honey Badger. Pull up the chords.
Yeah.
Is everybody? All right, guys.
Check
I
out-
think we're gonna fucking wrap it up.
Hit us up on Gab, man. The Gab is the future of the internet for sure. I mean, at least if you care about, if you think, that your thoughts shouldn't be, regulated or fucking, subject to fucking state approval. Gab is definitely the future of the fucking internet, at least the future of the resistance.
Yeah, Gab is definitely where it is now. It's where it's going.
If you look, we have crossed 300 followers, baby.
Boom, 300. Where?
So definitely hit us up on Gab. We'll be using Gab as opposed to Twitter probably from now on to fucking use our show. So if you want to see what we're going to be talking about, you can fucking interact with us there. We'll show your shit as long as you don't go too hard on the Jews.
Yeah, none of that shit. We're not about that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely trying not to block anybody or report anybody. Fuck it, leave it there so you could see the hate that some people fucking feel and deal with, because ignoring them isn't going to make it go away.
Yeah, straight up. And even on the YouTube, I'm broadcasting on YouTube at Blizzard81 at YouTube.
You can find me on Twitch.
If you want to get your comments on the stream, I'm sure Red keeps up with his stream. I keep up with my YouTube. If you do have any questions, just get them in while we're live. I'll answer them while we're live. That's why we're here. I
did fuck up and miss some people on mine today, but it's all good. It's all good. We're trying to get this fucking YouTube page up over the fucking the monetization mark, so we're pretty much just pushing that one anyway. But yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome. Let's chat. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's bounce some shit off each other.
Yeah, man.
Help each other come to a further understanding.
We're always
where we are, where we're going.
Ideas and tear apart some bad ones. So it's all gravy. Just to let everybody know, we are, like he said, we are switching over to Gab. I'm already fucking blocked off Twitter. I think I'm just going to be done with social media completely from here on out. I'm just sticking to YouTube only.
I think you could you could probably work on Gab quite well. I mean, I don't think you're going to fucking offend anybody. You'll probably end up with quite a following. Probably more than I'm fucking getting, grow it fucking faster than I am. Because I'm trying to toe the line, not trying to offend too many Jesus folks.
That's where I'm at, because I don't, when I get on a rant, I don't care about offending people. I just let it go.
Well, eventually, but we're not at that point yet. I can't afford to lose all 300 followers and start over right now.
Definitely not. That's what I'm saying.
Eventually.
Big Red's doing it up on the fucking Gab channel. And the good thing about Gab is that they already went through all this shit. They already got shut down. They already lost their server hosting. So they built their own shit. Everybody that says, oh, build your own stuff. Well, Gab's already doing it and they're still doing better. So they're still looking to improve it in a lot of different ways, adding video hosting. So that we're thinking that might be where we're going to end up going. Everything is still up in the air, obviously, just like life at the fucking current time.
Definitely try to keep our other channels up as long as possible, but I definitely don't foresee them being accepted media by the state for very long.
Yeah, straight up, even YouTube, man. Even YouTube. It's fucking crazy, but it's the truth nowadays. So yeah, we got the Gab page. We got Course View plugs on Gab. We got Big Red 773 on Twitter. We got Big Red 773 on YouTube.
Twitch.
Twitch. Big Red. Is it B Red?
No, that's Twitter, but fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter. We didn't.
We ain't plugging Twitter no more.
We're still using it just to keep an eye on the other guys, see what they're fucking talking about.
Yes, we're peacefully occupying Twitter.
Yep. So the other one was Big Red 773 at Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitch and YouTube. Big Red 773. Check out our pod page. I got the fucking links posted fucking everywhere.
Yeah, on all the actual pages, there's links to everything, RSS feed, different feeds if you want to watch from different medias. We're gonna be out here, and we're gonna be doing this consistently. So get at us. Let's have some talks.
And yeah, we'll definitely be doing this tomorrow after Biden's inauguration. We'll see if shots are fired or not.
Hell yeah. Stay tuned. We're definitely gonna be there tomorrow. It's gonna be big either way. You know what I mean? It's gonna be big either way. Tomorrow's a big day. No matter what the fuck happens, tomorrow's a big day. So I'd suggest everybody at least pay attention to what's happening. If you're not gonna spend time with us, at least fucking pay attention.
Yeah, gotta know when the bombs might be dropping. You don't want to wait until you hear the whistle and it's what the fuck is that?
Yup. Until then, no black bags. See you later.
Why's the black gotta be black?